skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man.
They'll never treat me like a white man unless a nigga plays sports or hit the right dance. That's why the sour in my right hand. On stage in the club, rocking with no hype man. Muhammad fought his way to greatness. That nigga Jackie rhymed his way to greatness. Entertainment, same as slaving. So luck, I made it first show. Pass a minute, ho. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh shit. Riding down the strip. And my mama whip. Old chick. Licking on my tip. Yeah, bro, I'm a pimp. Years later, same player in the game. Winning down. Get it till you get it. Cause I get it. That one I'm content with. She doping women. She doping women. I'm content with. She doping women. She doping women. Listen, nigga, I came from a plate where them niggas shade. Nothing no, but she's doping women. And them niggas straight. Shit just give me. She's doping women. She's doping women. Shit just give me. She's doping women. She's doping women. Listen, nigga, I came from a plate where them niggas shade. Nothing no, but she's doping women. And them niggas straight. Shit just give me. 50 grand bag of that sour. 50 grand bag of that diesel. 50 grand bag of that Keisha. Sprinkle Molly in and make a yum chip ego. All I need is a bubble butt. Double cup of D's, let my brother hit. Cousin fuck. Ain't no jealousy, man. I'll open up my closet when it's time to make deposits. Take my shirt off of my vault and I unlock it. I make profit every day. I smoke every day. I drink every day. I love every day. Let me stop for I get curd weight. This that jet life. Just swipe. Goddamn nigga didn't need chat right. Just met her. But twice. And I messed that shit on Instagram. Don't you ask me shit if you don't benefit. In no word, mind your business. Bitch, I'm about that. She doping women. She doping women. She doping women, she doping women. Listen, nigga. Nothing no, but she's doping women. And them niggas straight. Shit just give me. She's doping women. She's doping women. Shit just give me. She's doping women. She's doping women. Listen, nigga, I came from a plate where them niggas shake. Nothing no, but she's doping women. And them niggas straight. Shit hit the liquor store, get the pinnacle, then I go hit my homie. That's the closest to me where the shit is smoke. Take a toe, then I pick a hoe out the phone book. Then I kick her out the crib, I'm dipping back to get it. She doping women, she doping women. Back to get it. She doping women.
Hey everybody, this your boy DJ Rowe. We on Treka, know better, do better. You listening to Jax, Young Crown Ruler. What's up, Jax? Met him up at Ozcat Radio a couple years ago. Hope everything's good with you, my boy. But we're gonna keep this going. Treka, know better, do better. Let's do it.
And them niggas straight, shit just give me.
I love you, mommy.
Hey, V. Line them up.
White talk about it. I'ma get it done. I follow this nigga that make him my son. Just cause you got a gun. Bet you won't shoot. That's China money. We really getting loot. Mad cause you got the boot. Where were you when the rent was due? Online. Telling on crew. Despicable how you hitting hoes. Paperwork thought nobody knows. Hitters pull up, white bite froze. That's the path you chose. I'm nothing to play with just cause I stayed lit. No more words, you can save it. Top came off the volcano, smoky weather. I'm a nice guy, turned into predator. Know how to get at you. Keep on shining. That success gon' kill you like I did the bitch vagina. Really go in, dug that ditch. Just waiting for you to fall in. I'm always win. They talking spicy, spitting ghost pepper. Once you go there, I'ma never let up. Nigga, shut up. You know I'm official. We can throw them hands, don't need no pistol. Heard you talking spicy, spit that ghost pepper. Once you go there, I'ma never let up. Nigga, shut up. You know I'm official. We can throw them hands, don't need no pistol. split them Dutches. Hey, yeah. Fuck club, we still turn up. Couple baby mamas in the building, give a fuck. Fuck bottles, time to pour up. You already lost, check the score, bro. Fuck club, still turn up. Couple baby mamas in the building, give a fuck. Fuck bottles, time to pour up. You already lost, check the score, bro.
Fuck the club, dog, I'd rather count 100,000. Mike Jones, they ain't like me then, but they like me now. I've been turning up too much, had to calm it down. Me and Gutter twinned up, knock him out of bounds. Yeah, the party don't start till I walk in. And I got them blocks in, nigga ain't no boxing. We done got our bread up, ain't no stopping. Hold on, what the price is? Oh, yeah, we copping.
Hey, fuck going to the club, I'd rather cut a onion. Niggas doing too much and won't do nothing. Pole on me right now, I'm in a booth clutching. Draco got a rope on it, we gon' club him. I'm through struggling, I can't do it no more. Days when I ain't made shit and still had to pass shit. So I remember blick it up now, ain't gotta pass the state. That weekly pain shit, I'm trying to pass the load.
Club, we still turn up. Couple baby mamas in the building, give a fuck. Fuck bottles, time to pour up. You already lost, check the score, bro. Fuck club, still turn up. Couple baby mamas in the building, give a fuck. Push bottles, time to pour up. You already lost, check the score.
We still
Yeah. Momo, this is slapping, my nigga. Yeah. Finna run this shit. Come on. Do it. Niggas, bitches, gather round, get your game intact. And if you don't catch it the first time, you can play it back. When I'm done, one of the sickest ones to spit it raw. On my dick so hard, thinking you trying to get me jaw. Back, let me get stacks, proceed to roll sweets. In my face, it seem like you the type to speak to police. So you know I can't fuck with you. Conversate, spit a verse, roll a smoke a blunt with you. Too many big things on my plate. That's why I say my grace and watch for cats trying to violate. I'ma wait in the cut. We gon' play through him up. He gon' be like, nigga, please. I'ma be like, nigga, what? Step your game up. That's how you get your chippers up. Building bigger figures up. Yeah, I know this shit is nuts. But we gotta do for bucks. More than just this rapping stuff. Push a hard line until your motherfucking time is up. Come on.
Trying to put this West Coast thing back on the map. Northern Cali's where I'm starting because this where it's at. Trying to put this West Coast thing back on the map. Northern Cali's where I'm starting because this where it's at.
One foul associate, then your crew, then your shit crumbles. We fold stacks and all I wanna do is get bundles. I'm sticking and moving like the great Cassius Clay. I need 8-figure stacks I can cash for pay. It's deep in the rap, most niggas just rap for paper. I'm hot, been on fire since gazelles and curl activators. OC's is so easy, Lee could be one of the greatest. When we through with this rap shit, you're now one of the most underrated. But I'll take it black, flip and make cake with that. Be dreaming about paper stacks, waking up still broke. On Sonoma steel pole, make you wanna cock back, make you wanna kill folks. I be killing ill beats, rolling up Swisher Sweets. Call me Osai, call me Mr. Money off the streets. None can compete, coming phony a week. And the purple sticky shit be the only I cheat.
We trying to put this West Coast thing back on the map. Northern Cali's where I'm starting because this where it's at.
Now normally, my notepad end up like the beach of Normandy. A lot of carnage, a lot of casualties. It's a gory scene on my Robert Ory thing. Big shot Sean, living evidence, proof hip-hop's not gone. Fucking with your bitch, getting head up out her ass. Wouldn't fuck with you if she had her head up out her ass. Lousy husband, I made a splendid dad. It was like popping the top off a shaking soda, it fizzled fast. The writing was on the wall like hieroglyphics. I was selling bullshit that was very buyer specific, admired and gifted. The murder for hire lyrics, sometimes talents the gas that sets fire to friendships. A 4-alarm blaze, a forecasting the pain is hell, and I don't mean like when it's colder than rain. My frigid heart got my temper shorter than midget cars, but victory got him raising the my extended arm. So if ever you was feeling the feeling to bring you closer to me, let this testimony make you feel as if you're rolling with me. If you're feeling the feeling to bring you closer to me, let this testimony make you feel as if you roll with me. You ever feeling the feeling to bring you closer to me, let this testimony make you feel as if you're rolling with me. You ever feeling the feeling that bring you close to me? Let this testimony make you feel as if you roll. You ever feel so sure about something no one can tell you different? You're passionate about it. When you spoke, people compelled to listen. This is a place on life's map. People seldom visit. See, success is frightening, it's failure if you never lived it. The pressure make you give it, now you tootin', sniffing and smoking and wildin', which stimulates hypothalamus, increases appetite, but don't get to biting off hours. That's a death sentence. We got 7 direct senses with penmanship and flows, watch us blow up like meth kitchens. Your hit making is accidental like bash fenders. My hook game is similar to luau cinders. My motives taking places you can't reach on a spaceship, so we are not subject to the current trash on the station. And knock about my mama, a beautiful house is spacious with a garden of prayer so she could feel closer to angels and get my children any and everything that they want, just so long as they get praise to the Father they came from. So if ever you was feeling the feeling to bring it closer to me, let this testimony make you feel as if you're rolling with me. If you're feeling the feeling to bring it close to me, let this testimony make you feel as if you roll with me. You ever feeling the feeling to bring it closer to me, let this testimony make you feel as if you're rolling with me. You ever feeling the feeling to bring it close to me.
Dedicated to my best friend. Yeah. Yeah. My lover and my best friend. I love you, best friend. Hey, black milk on the beat. Yeah. She stood about 5'6" with some nice sized tits. Her GSLs make a nigga bust quick. She only gets submissive when I'm giving her the dick. Any other time she bossy playing hard to get. We were friends before lovers, that's some real nigga shit. We both have a past and we recognize this. We don't put a title on our relationship. She lets me do me and I appreciate this. She's my best friend. Sometimes I wish she was my girlfriend. I want her all to myself, fuck her X-Men. I know better than to let my feelings get in the way of our friendship, that will be a sin. But it's hard because she's beautiful and hella cool. She's really smart, like the same things that I do. Now I'm confused and don't know what to do. I'm getting mad when she tell me she talked to other dudes. We argue on the phone, she hang up in my face. I'm feeling bad cause we ain't talked in a couple days. I text good morning love, she reply good morning babe. I text back I apologize, she texts back it's okay. We back talking again, I'm having better days. I got it bad, call me a charade. I love my best friend, I love her even when she tell me that she don't want to be more than just friends. Cause even though I want her as my girlfriend, my heart knows that it's best she be my best friend.
Yeah. Treka, know better, do better. DJ Rowe, let's go. One time.
Yo. CA, baby. West. Hey, yo. Yeah, MC Wiggs. Hey, yo. What up? Another day, another dollar. I'm trying to get dumb rich for myself, fuck a bitch. Raised in the gutter, I was taught not to trick. I kick game and ism is so slick. It's a blessing that I even exist. Trying to manifest my dreams and revenue streams. Lexus with the sun rubbed down to feel the breeze. Ratchet bitches in the bottle with Hennessy. I pop my collar, I know that they feeling me. I'm connected, don't make me your enemy. Legendary, speak on me for the centuries. I keep it playing, I guess it's a Cali thing. Authentic, not a script on your TV screen. See me with 40 midgets up in the limousine. Put your mind to it, you can do anything. Put your mind to it, you can do anything. Another day, another dollar, I'm trying to get Benjamins, I ain't living like this. Another day, another dollar, I'm trying to get filthy rich off of talking my shit. Another day, another dollar, I'm trying to get Benjamins, I ain't living like this. Another day, another dollar, I'm trying to get. Let's go. Filthy rich off of talking my shit. My whole life I've been broke, I'm out for the dough. Cause that shit be crushing my soul. But I got flows and I'm destined to blow up. I got bars, I don't need no luck. So pass me a 40 and let's get drunk. If you love the West Coast, throw your fucking dubs up. If the bitch out of pocket, tell that hoe to shut up. Keep it moving, kick rocks, fly shits forever and never stops. I'm like the mayor when I walk in my city blocks, popping out from the ghetto. Who would've thought that I would chase my dreams and make it happen? Hood famous, fuck going platinum. Respected by the real ones in my city, I'm tapped in, that's a fact. I ain't lying, I acting, gotta keep it 1,000, always hit to the action. Another day, another dollar, I'm trying to get Benjamins, I ain't living like this. Another day, another dollar, I'm trying to get filthy rich off of talking my shit. Another day, another dollar, I'm trying to get Benjamins, I ain't living like this. Another day, another dollar, I'm trying to get filthy rich off of talking my shit.
Yeah. There you go. Wow. Chandre. What? Hey. Please don't get me started. Extended the clip to 18, now we don't get caught it. Walk into the club, I'm looking for a Meg Thee Stallion. Hate on us, I hit your neck, your back and body, yada yada. Break it, it's like this karate. What? Drip Fiji water. You don't gotta wonder, that bitch with me like a stalker. Got feet up in the field, US claiming soccer. Hey, fucking game is only proper. I'm a Kyle Rittenhouse, I walk around with a chopper. Get the poppin', all these corny niggas war red and back a middle finger to the coppers. My oppas in the pasta, hit your noggin out your body, hit your noodle top ramen. Yeah, don't get me started. I am seasoned, let it pepper at the cartridge when it's salted. I'm assaulted, said you king, you was lying, you Mufasa. So I stopped them out once I dropped them. It's a riot in this bitch, 40 goons like Ali Papa. It's a dying in this bitch, 45 knock off your stomach. If you die up in this bitch, no ambulance is coming for you. 96 Honda, try me, I get started. Please don't get me started. Extended the clip to 18, now we don't get caught it. Walk into the club, I'm looking for a Meg Thee Stallion. Hate on us, I hit your neck, your back and body, yada yada. Break a bitch like this karate. Drip Fiji water. You don't gotta wonder, that bitch with me like a stalker. I got feet up in the field, US women's soccer. Hey, kicking game is only proper.
Well, I started, got a GD, still retarded. Gang banging, made me the smartest. Don't remember you from the apartments. One call for the cockpit, little homies, couple of horseshit. Pick whatever they grab it, cock it. Pick whatever they can rob a lot. Chandre, every seat I link it with Old Bay. I be trying to get her for the bag while y'all trying to brack legs. I keep it simple while y'all on that wish to add eggs. Family Guy, I got the lowest while y'all on that giggity giggity. Carnivore, red to see like a dinosaur. Out in public like Ola Major. You don't know me like Christian Dior. Out on the floor with a dime. Give me some more like Busta Rhymes. We come in feeling like she in a bind. I got what she needs in time. She got Chandre in his prime, so I need her to get back in line. Tony Hawk, I'm on my grind. Where's Waldo? I'm hard to find. She watching, can't read the signs. Fucking with me costs a fine.
Please don't get me started. Extended the clip to 18, now we don't get caught it. Walk into the club, I'm looking for a Meg Thee Stallion. Hate on us, I hit your neck, your back and body, yada yada. Break a bitch like this karate. Drip Fiji water. You don't gotta wonder, that bitch with me like a stalker. I got feet up in the field, US women's soccer. Hey, kicking game is only proper.
Gotta make me a way, gotta figure it out. Gotta make me a way, nigga, I gotta figure it out. Gotta figure it out. Gotta make me a way, nigga, I gotta figure it out.
Gotta make me a way, gotta figure it out. Gotta make a few plays, nigga, gotta get this shit out. Even in the drought, get them in, get them out. Even in the drought, get them in, get them out. I stay on the road, I know a few routes. I've been there before, I'ma figure it out. You ever had Chase? We can fuck up accounts. Or order online, we can punch this shit out. However we get it, however we do it. Just know that we winning, we done with losing. Just look at your bitch, she over the grooving. She be the click, you know how we moving. Big 40, big chop, it's one up top.
Big 40, big chop, nigga, it's one up top.
Free hoop the great, once he home we straight. Free hoop the great,
once he come home we straight.
My young shots with the Glock, cops and robbers, always a robber. So fuck the coppers, they lockin' my partners. They wish they could stop us, but no they can't stop us. First Chris from doctors, right around we glocked up. Put the guns down, your bitch ass get socked up. Hot, hurt kicking in on the nigga.
Hey yo, AP, you stupid for this one. K Music, Diva, Eddie Project. Y'all know what it is. Diva TV album. I don't care. Check it out. Mirror on the wall. Who is the diva of them all? I wake up in the morning with the nicest legs. In the kitchen cooking up some bacon, rice, and eggs. I'm a diva, I don't like to beg. I make my own grits and a side to stay. Been getting it since the days of Double Dutch. I'm top notch, now I'm playing hip hop scotch. Diva only networking with the big hot shots. Cause I'm fly, looking with the bitch ride. Yes, it's just a pimp in her. Never walking out the house with an empty purse. I love when niggas try to check my temperature. Pull up on me in the bands like it's tempting her. Anyway, when they acting funny, I just wave bye-bye with a stack of money. Hold up, wait a minute. Can't get the party started, get too many haters in it. Can't get the party started, get too many haters in it. Can't get the party started, get too many haters in it. I don't care. When they acting funny, I just wave bye-bye with a stack of money. I just wave bye-bye with a stack of money. I just wave bye-bye with a stack of money. And yo, haters, I accept you winning. I'm really happy for you, and I'ma let you finish. But I'm one of the best divas thought you knew how to grind, so you saw mine. A force from the bay was 16 like a gun clip. So why you standing there with your fly unzipped? Ain't a dumb grip when they on that funny tip. Slap them in the lips with my money grip. I'm first in, last out the boutique. Looking too chic. But you geeks probably blog about it for the next 2 weeks. While your baby daddy sending me a few tweets. I'm online, I'm on deck. That means I'm put on, that means I'm up next. I keep these suits paying my ass. Do a show, get on stage, I'll make you rent with your cash. Hold up, wait a minute. Can't get the party started yet, too many haters in it. Can't get the party started yet, too many haters in it. Can't get the party started yet, too many haters in it.
Tuition, yeah, tuition. Trust my intuition, it be screaming, I don't listen. Try to tell me you a dog, still let you pet my kitten. Told me you just a nigga, my heart swore you were different. Should've listened all along, my gut feeling knew your intention. Intuition, trust my intuition. Think he's the one, my intuition saying different. But I chose not to listen. I must be tripping. Trust my intuition. Why don't you love me? Ain't much competition. My mama told me, but I didn't listen. You watching me glow, can't even listen while you stuck at home reminiscing. Worry about me while I'm worried about living. Just what I intended based off intuition. I seen the signs up by your lies, not pay attention. Don't know why I fuck with guys. I want my love for their redemption. Who look me in my eyes, got the nerve to tell me I'm tripping. Should've picked up on your vibe, I admit it. You caught me slipping. Wish that I stay focused on my paper. That D gave me ADHD, forgot that he a player. Try to tell me we don't mix, he E and J and I'm the Jaeger. It gon' work out in my favor, it hurt now but I'll learn later. To trust my intuition. Trust my intuition. Think he's the one, my intuition saying different. But I chose not to listen. I must be tripping. Trust my intuition. These niggas get me cause I think I know it all. Hopeless romantic, that's vulnerable. Take all the pain that they gave, seen and done it all. Like I find this shit fun and all. Don't think you can treat me like you do these bitches. I know that you know that I'm different. And don't speak to me like you want in my commitment when you know your heart just ain't in it. See love, I don't trust. Mine like a squirrel, he all about his nut. He don't want your heartbeat, he just wanna fuck. Sometimes you give in, this time don't give it up. That's my intuition. Mama told me don't listen. Girls say that I'm tripping, I thought you was different. I'ma learn next time, I'ma listen. Trust my intuition. Trust my intuition. I make the same mistakes, expecting something different. I just want love and second heartache and resentment. And they wonder why I'm distant. Need to trust my intuition.
Hey, that big blues go.
I chose not to listen. I must be tripping. Trust my intuition.
So you know what has to happen one day, Treka?
We gonna have to get Bree on here soon.
A Bri Blue and a
Bree,
Kelda
not
collaboration.
Bri.
Oh, my
Bree.
bad, Bree Blue and Kelda collaboration. They gotta do
Oh,
it.
that would be a clean ass collaboration.
Yeah, it definitely gotta happen.
That'd be the NorCal, SoCal biggest female collaboration.
Play Pop Warner games with cold-hearted bitches and former flames. I burn more than Jane. A mile high without boarding planes. The F for my brain. My lights are high with outrageous beats for in-flight films and it navigates. Ay. So when the gauges break, we're in the cockpit flying. No baggage claim, and I'm gone. Bomb, but the fuse ain't long. Only time you bought us when the toupee's gone. I hollered at your mom when the souffle's on, cause her man likes to eat sweet pussy raw.
a guy roll a raw. Corporate with the song that'll probably smoke them all. From a corner right up on where the crime. We're grassing any lawn till we coughin'. I'll be this way till we die. Sweet taste of peach pie. The breaks and then ride. Just to live each day of these lives like a motherfucker. Be this way till we die. Swisher sweet on each flight. Cash up front and both sides. While the be replays in my mind. Knock knocks a rock. 40 on a rock, 20 in a stone. Call this Bobby Frost while 40's playing low. And I'm mixing in the box with this UA3 and Apollo lifting off. Rocket power plus by the astronauts or not. Riding in the rover cause it's dead dog is hot. I'm mixing hella butter and trimmings from the pot. And eating hella treats till these crispy girls pop like snap. Crack in my city's whack. Onomatopoeia clap and these rappers splat. Rome's in the past like a Cadillac. While I'm grinding hella tree with LG in the bag. Stuck and dry. Women bump and grind. We're pissing on these who ain't being genuine. And I've been this way all my life. Lit as lights and it's bright. That's why I'm saying be this way till we die. Sweet and taste of peach pie. Eat the breaks and then ride. Just to live each day of these lives like a motherfucker. Be this way till we die.
Shout out to Inock and Jimmy Goods. Hey, Jimmy Goods about to rip it in a minute. Let's go, Treka Know Better, Do Better.
Sweet and taste of peach pie.
Sweet and taste of peach pie.
Get 'em.
They be like goods, the vibe, how'd you create that? Man, you taking them way back to when lyrics meant something. I was ripping that 8-track every single day, bumping this to happen overnight. You lynch of the lane jumping. Being stuck in my ways, being puffing the haze, the peach pie looking right, then I've been looking for days. And all you suckers fugazi, and why be slide through and get that pushy fillet.
Hey.
As a matter of fact, coincidentally, she hit me with the SMS message that she's into me, the player on the enemy. Wanna give her this energy and lay that body down and treat her like she my enemy. When I do it, there's something like there is 10 of me. Put me on the top, cause you know that's where I'm finna be. Make them listen like a ministry, doing what I want, never put it past me, I'm talking anything.
And I'll be this way till we die. Sweet and taste of peach pie. Be the breaks and then ride. Just to live each day of these lives like a motherfucker. Be this way till we die. Swisher sweet on each flight. Cash up front and both sides. While the beat replays in my mind.
Hey.
Let me tell you this.
See?
I'm a woman of very few words. And that's in a lot.
Living in the underground, always looking up. Currently the world just ain't enough. Been holding on to love and to trust, but life's far from just numb and rough. Been grinding just to move on up, when reality hands out heavy fucking slugs. Testing the internal fortitude of my intestines. Blessings don't lessen the pain of the lessons. I'll only switch up to flip up my middle finger. Fuck it, the game and I are no strangers. Won't let us go for death and no danger. It's my time, I'll fucking spit for 5 fingers. Cause who needs the light of a lighter when you can light a fire with a cipher? And I am the direction of the future, so let me take you there like I'm the Uber.
Woman of very few words. And that's in a lot.
Everything worth living for is real. Make the choice, deal or no deal. You go get it before it's the final meal. Once it's gone for real. God gave me the strength to heal. Take this pain to turn the wheel. Make life one that truly feels like it's forever real.
Nobody ever believed he was real. Nobody ever knew him or saw anybody that ever worked directly for him. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Yeah.
Hey.
We living it up.
Hey. Move it.
Dropping in on 100-foot swell off the coast. Drink in my hand, blunt lit up to roast. Taking no time to relax my mind. Floating on the 7 seas, leaving folks behind. See, my grind is all about the weed and beat and the shit that I sip to complete my technique. I'm that freak to street butt naked in the street. For the girls who like my surfboard and their meat, here's a treat. Got you wide open when I speak. As I press fast forward before hitting delete. Ooh, I see. Like a skunk on the brink of jumping in the ocean just so I can think. At the bottom Got drugs? Yeah, I got them. And if you need something, yo, no problem. Thumbtack, living life on the road to success. Getting wavy out dispensaries when I'm out west. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. To 2 a.m. in the morning and we still ain't done. Crack a dawn with this party till I see the sun rising up from the east. Drink still ice cold. Rolling up another one because I'm feeling bold. Yeah, I got to be at work before it strikes 6. Got a bird in my lap and she's stroking my stick. I slide in the big dick and the girl starts to drive at the snap of the whip. Yeah. Wild horses on seesaws, penetrating whole rawhides and no draws. No flaws, no lumps or bumps on the snacks. I tide a wave, smash smooth like a Cadillac. Ooh, I drive down her avenue. Thumbtack refuse to lose to leave it in while I'm busting spread all on the map. I'm Pinocchio, baby, I got no strings attached. Come on. One more hit, one more shot, take it to the top. Champagne bottles go pop.
Thug nasty. H. Scott. Yeah. You busy? What are you smoking? I don't brag on my dick and I'm not from Oakland. Say 707 backwards. 707 should be your answer. I'm just playing, I'm just joking, man. I love Oakland. I just needed another word to rhyme with smoking. I'm thug nasty like a nigga. All I do is smoke weed, rap, and drink liquor.
It's H. Scott, known on the name spots, rep to Bay a lot. From East Oakland, smoking like a Newport. Born and raised in the Yay, though I sound like I'm from New York. Born to man, blown in sack. Age-zilla, thug-tastic, flown on tracks. Hella niggas wanna rhyme, knowing they whack 707, pop on low. Blaze, yeah.
I be pimping, and pimps don't dance, we boogie. Baby pimp don't go to school, they play hooky. Pimps don't drive, we get driven. If I'm walking and I'm limping, I'm not hurt, I'm just pimping. My mouthpiece is a natural. Blessed with the gift of gab, supernatural. Freestyle I can't do, but my ring is real talented. Fuck this shit, I need to smoke a blunt, man.
Oh yeah, it's about that time, y'all. Let's do it.
It's about that time. Welcome to Know Better, Do Better with Treka and Roselle. DJ Ro, thank you so much for hitting us with that. You know, that
all good.
Had us going for a minute.
Ooh, that was awesome. I loved it.
I know you was holding back some tracks because I know what you got over there. So we gonna look forward to it. Huh?
I don't want
What's
no
up,
one else to have these
Will?
tracks.
What's good? Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you perfectly.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's good then. I was making sure.
And welcome to
How
the
you
party.
doing?
I'm good.
Hey,
How
thank
you
you for having me.
doing?
Shit, I'm chilling, man.
Yeah, no, just going through life. That's what we do, right?
Hey, that's a fact. That is a fact. It's all about having this experience, right?
And ain't nothing but experiences back to back to back, and you can't be mad about them. Just take it, learn, know better, and then do better. That's what it's all about. Well, I'm glad to have you here. I didn't even get to introduce you. You just popped on with your mic check.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and do your thing.
No. This is the whole family over here. This is like if you go to your auntie house and all your cousins come over. This is how we do this over here. So, you know,
I got you.
You want to introduce the people to who you are or what you do, what you got going on with yourself?
Yeah, my name is Boom for the people who's out there tapping in and shit with Treka and what she got going on. I don't even know the name of like what's the name of your shit. My bad. I feel so unprofessional for that. But you know, we off the rip.
Okay, first off, everybody that's watching and
we
listening.
freestyling. You know what I mean?
we freestyle all day, every Thursday. But won't hit me like I'll be a guest. I'm like, okay, that's what's up. Like someone who wants to come and say something. So, I mean, I haven't told anybody about you, about what you do, what you are, what you've been through, and nothing like that. I'm gonna leave that to you. Like, we want to hear your story. That's what we do over here.
Okay, but I was trying to plug you right now. So, what's the actual name of your thing? Like, know better, do better. Is that it?
Yes.
That's what I was trying to get at. Like, you know what I mean? I just want to make sure that I give y'all, you know,
the show is Know Better, Do Better. And
there we go. Okay.
We all about growth, mental, spiritual, physical, however you can get it. Growing. And I just wanted to create a safe space for people to come and talk about how they've gone through those things or how they want to go through those things, and how people come here and share their stories about how, you know, they're going. Through this pandemic, is a lot going on right now.
Definitely. Okay.
And I think a lot of people are not really in touch with their spiritual health. So that's why I was like, you know, I need to open a space up so we can talk about it. So
okay, that's that energy right there. So now, you know, I just want to make sure that y'all, you know what I mean. But so my name is Woon for the people who don't know, spelled WOON. Sometimes people get it mistaken for like a womb, like a mother's womb, or like a bullet wound. You know what I mean? It's none of that shit, right?
Oh, you very fertile, nigga. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's WOON, right? So a little bit about me, man. I do a lot of shit. Right?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, first and foremost, you know, I'm a father. Like, you know what I mean? I got a 15-year-old son, so I'm gonna say that first. Excellent kid. He's dope as fuck. Then you know, I'm a filmmaker, right? I'm a rapper. I am a editor. Like I'm in the process of getting my children's book published. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just going through my illustrator. She's putting the final touches on that. So I know I'm gonna leave out something, but I do a lot of shit. Like as far as entertainment wise, I just like to create, right? And I'm gonna get to why the creation part is important. But as far as right now, like I do a lot of shit. But and for what you guys have going on, it's a perfect lane for me because I just recently started teaching I would want to say mental health and spiritual health. And it's not so much that I'm a teacher, but me as having that experience, having this experience, it opened me up to like a lot of things when I stopped thinking that the world was against us and knowing that the world is for us. And as soon as that, that light clicked on, it's been a wrap ever since. So it's kind of crazy that that being in this space right now, because I know when I first met you, I think I met you when I was still doing shows and shit and rapping out in Sacramento and shit, right? And I
was in deep depression, not even knowing what my purpose was. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Shit, I did not know that. I did not know that.
That's why I tell people you don't even know what it looks like because we can hide it very well. But yeah, that's when I met you.
That's a fact. So look, but it's dope, and the reason why I say that is because now, this is a whole different frequency. This is a whole different energy. So, just like I said, I do a lot of things. So you met the rapper Woon that night.
That's
like, you understand what I'm trying to say?
That's
not saying that it's not me, but you met me when I was in, you met me when I was in that element, right? So this element right here, especially now, I try to stay as grounded as much as I can in this energy as possible, day in, day out.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
it's hard, but
it's a thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, it's not easy. And the work isn't easy, right? The work isn't.
No.
But the work is for you. It's not against you. So as soon as you change your state of mind, then it's just like, oh man, well, let me go ahead and do this work, man. Let me see what this shit do. And
It's not even work
that,
no more after you get there. It's not even work no more.
Exactly.
It's just something you know you need to do.
It becomes a lifestyle. Like this shit is a real lifestyle, like for real. And let me touch something real quick. Treka, let me say this. Because I know that you mentioned depression and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm gonna just say this. There's a lot of words that I break down and shit, and I'll show what the real energy is, right? Fuck what they tell you what the energy is. Fuck all, I'm 100%. I come from a revolutionary understanding. You understand? I've always been different. I've always, when it gets great, I've always just did my own thing.
Right.
So when we talk about the word depressed, right? Compound word, right? Two
Break
words,
it down.
de-impressed. So when we deal with somebody that says, "Oh, I'm depressed," usually we say that that's kind of like a bad thing, or that's something that we shouldn't, go through and things of that nature. But at the same time, to be pressed is something, right? To be pressed is like, okay, now that's when the hard shit is going on, everything else. To be depressed is to
bring yourself out of that pressure.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. So you've been relieved of something. So actually, to be depressed is a good thing, right? So with that being stated, because I went through a form of being pressed about something, and then I, got myself up out of that. But I have to find out what it was that let me say this real quick, because I have to say this part. It was something that I wanted to do spiritually, right? And I'm not saying that I knew it mentally, just spiritually. There was something that my spirit was wanting, right?
Your soul told
and
you that.
Instead of me, exactly. And see, I kept on putting it off, doing this, doing that, because we got the hustle and everyday living. Sometimes you don't get the, you know what I mean? We can sleep, we can do all this other stuff, all that shit. Right.
Distractions.
So then when it comes down to feeding the spirit, where the fuck is the time at? What do we do? Like, how do we get allotted time for that? Do your job be like, hey, Treka, you want to know what? You need some time to go get your spirit right. So take these couple days. Like, we don't.
No.
We don't get
That's
that, right?
Called PTO, Wound. That's called PTO.
Right.
And now that I'm laid off, I ain't got none of that. So I got all the time in the world. But at the same time, I definitely feel what you're saying. Like, it's like, we put so many negative connotations to so many different words when we don't really look at the meaning of the words and break that word down. And like you said, depression is not, it's not a healthy spot to be in, but it's not completely horrible either, because for you to get there, you have to been going through some shit.
Right.
Definitely. That made you have to get in that mindset. Well, okay, what am I doing? You know what I mean? I think a lot of people take depression negatively because we've never been taught how to deal with it. It's not always negative. It's just energy. And you have to learn how to transmute that into something that works for you, and it's going to help you grow. And I don't feel bad about going through depression. Like No, I don't. And I know all the things that led me up to being in that position or in that moment or in that feeling and that energy. But it took me having a spiritual awakening to realize that it ain't bad. Like you gotta learn how to use them energies to your advantage. So
okay, let me add this to that, because that was dope that you said that. We're talking about being alchemists, right?
Yeah.
So that negative energy, whatever it is,
I'm about to transform that.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as it comes to you, our as humans, our first reaction is going to be emotional. It's going to be an emotional response off the top. Right. Then, you know, so we're going to feel a certain type of way. Damn, I'm feeling like, or I'm, you know what I mean, feeling. So we always sidestep the thoughts of, okay, well, why is this happening, right?
Right. Never
so
think about that.
We have to transform it from why is this happening to me as opposed to, damn, this shit is happening for me.
For me.
Right?
For me. That language right there changed my whole life. Like, I was like, when I start thinking like, oh, this happens to me, instead of like, oh, maybe this shit happened for me for a good reason. Like, maybe I didn't want to go over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody got shot over there when I was supposed to go over there. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I didn't want to fuck with him because he's a fuck ass nigga. And that was something that happened for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to really get realistic with yourself. And I think that's what a lot of people are not willing or ready to do, is to be realistic with themselves about everything about themselves, not just the good shit. Like, I've been going through a lot of, the past couple weeks have been kind of rough for me energetically, but I feel like it's just because I know I'm shedding the skin, so to speak. That's the easiest way to explain.
There you go.
And I'm ascending onto a different level, but it's uncomfortable for me because I'm like, okay,
it's supposed to be.
I've been stuck in this one for a minute, but to go up is like, I gotta let some things just be.
Right. That is a fact. Let me add on to that. When we talk about the transition, right? I've noticed damn near every time that I'm about to do something, every fucking time that I'm about to do something, something happens, right? I'm gonna give you a prime example. The most recent thing that happened and shit, right? So, you know, I just now started doing my truck driving and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And don't nobody know this either. I'm just letting you know, like, there's specific people that know,
I talk
but
to
like
you about
but other people don't know. So when I was doing this, I was making a transition because my partner had gave me an alley-oop. He was like, hey, what you doing over there? And I'm like, man, you know, I'm just getting my feet wet, yada, yada, yada. And then he was like, nigga, if you don't come slide and do the wooty bop, I'm like, well, nigga, shoot me the wooty bop. So, you know, I put in the work to do it. I put in the work to get into the position that I'm in right now, right? So boom, call these motherfuckers. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna come fuck with y'all, see what y'all program like. They're like, okay, cool, we gonna put you on a flight to Texas and shit, right? So I fucking I leave from where I'm at. I'm in SoCal. You know, I stay in Vegas right now and shit, right?
Right.
So I'm in SoCal. You know, this is my last day at my other job. I didn't even tell these niggas I was gonna dip. I just took all my shit out the truck and I banged, like, you know what I mean? So I'm sliding and shit, right? And my car, I know that my car had like little somethings that I need to fix on the shit and shit like that, which, you know, just everyday shit. But, you know, at this particular time, I'm coming from basically LA and driving to Vegas. It is about 115 degrees in the desert.
How hot was it?
It's 115 degrees. And my radiator went out. And I'm gonna just say this, because I always pack water, like everywhere I go, like I keep water around me and shit, right? Luckily I have water. I had just now got some food and shit, but I was sitting in the desert, in the middle of the desert on the side of the road for at least 5 hours.
Are you kidding me, Juan?
I'm serious as a heart attack. And
you still here. Wait, is that one everybody was looking for your ass? Hold on, it's sirens in the background. You know, I live in the fucking center of the city and shit. Whatever.
Yeah.
But
no, that's a whole different story.
We ain't gotta touch on that. But
yeah. This is recently.
I'm glad you survived the fucking desert. What the hell?
Yeah. Hey, you want to know what? Don't you know when you see people? I know I do, because I always like observe shit. And when I be seeing people like stuck on the side of the fucking road, especially in the desert, I be like, God damn, I know they probably like, you know, it's hot, like, you know, they dealing with hella shit. And in my mind, I be wondering like how that experience is. So that particular day, guess what my spirit said? Like, nigga, we finna shut all this shit down right now. You finna
We're
see
about
what
to
it's like.
show you what that experience
What it's
is
like.
like.
Yeah, you finna go through all that. So, of course, just like I said, hey, look, I'm still human. So I still had the initial emotional response, mad. It was hot. I was angry. I was all that shit. And then,
of course.
Yeah, then after a while, I started thinking about it, and I just started laughing at shit. I was laughing the whole time because not only was I stuck out there, my insurance company kept on fucking up with the companies that they were sending as far as like the tow people and shit. So they kept fucking up. So I was like, bro, where the fuck do y'all think I'm at? I gave you guys particular specific coordinates to where I'm at. How can y'all not come get me? So I had to call these niggas like 4 or 5 times. And then it was so bad because one of the companies was like, hey, yeah, they was like, man, you got to go through the whole process over. I'm like, man, I just can't talk to the woody wop and tell these niggas because they're they're like 30 minutes away from where I'm at. So they can't just be rerouted. Like, they was like, no, you got to go through the company. I'm like, man, I will never call y'all niggas again.
Ever.
But
ever in my life.
It was just that, and it wasn't their fault. Like, you understand what I'm trying to say? So
no, and that's the thing. Like, I think we all our humanistic ways and our ego get in that fucking shit, and we be like, fuck this.
Right.
Why y'all doing this to me? Why y'all treat me like this? And it's like, sometimes it ain't people treating you like that. I'm not saying sometimes it's not. Sometimes it is people being vindictive. But at the same time, sometimes we overreact because things just ain't going our way immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm sure that fucking 5 hours in the desert gave you time to think about some things, if nothing else.
Mainly the heat.
Yeah.
Mainly how the sun works. Like, hold on, nigga, like, how much radiation this is motherfucker?
This time I'm going out, I ain't gonna get shot or nothing. Ain't gonna be no drive-by. I'm just gonna die in the desert.
Hey,
that's what I would be thinking.
We got J.A. in the building. J.A.'s in the building.
J.A. is in the building. Okay. J.A. is my partner from San Diego. Well, for everybody that's watching, J.A. is my brother from San Diego, doing his big things with our brother Cognac and Jimmy being there, you know. They blowing up in San Diego. And I know San Diego don't get a lot of recognition from music and shit, but that's gonna stop. What's up, J.A.?
Real quick, I gotta shout out my nigga Smig Dirty and shit. You know, he from Sac, but he rep Dago like a motherfucker too and shit. You feel me?
Hey.
And my nigga I rock this out there and shit too. So, you know, I've been to Dago a couple times. I've been out there and shit. You understand me? It's Gucci out there.
Next time you come out here with your driving ass, you better hit us up because the family be doing big things. Is J.A. on or?
Can y'all hear me?
Okay, we can kind of hear. Okay, I can hear you.
Hold on, how do I turn? Oh, there we go.
Okay, don't be fancy with us. You was gonna give us the posted up pic the whole time. My nigga, I wasn't gonna take that. I would have kicked you out the room.
That looked like an album cover plug.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You put me on.
What's going on?
We played a little bit of J.A.'s music in the beginning. When you didn't send me anything, I hit you though. We'll do that next time. But what's up, J.A.?
It's all good.
Oh, just chilling, man. Just chilling. Me, my dog right here.
Kilo badass. Look at my nephew. Show us gold chain. Show us gold chain.
No, we got him a new.
Y'all got him a new gold chain? Oh,
no. He got a Hawaii thing on him.
Oh, okay. He like it with his little badass.
He's cool. He's chilling.
Okay, so congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
I ain't gonna say everything that I'm saying congratulations for, but congratulations.
Yeah, you already know. Can we smoke on this thing or what?
Yes, sir. I'm rolling up right now.
I'm glad that he asked that because I was going to say, do y'all mind if I have a drink with y'all?
Hold on, I can't hear y'all because of sirens in my background and shit. That's ambiance, I guess. I don't get it. But yeah. Okay, go ahead. What'd you say?
No, I was gonna say I'm glad that he asked first because I was gonna say, is it okay if I have a drink with y'all too? Is that cool?
Well,
I'm trying to be as respectful. I'm a guest. I'm coming in as a guest. I just can't come in.
Okay,
take off my shoes, take off
we
my
are
shirt,
professional, but we not that professional yet.
I just want to make sure it's
You're supposed to have a good time on this show and be able to be free and speak your mind and all them things. So, J.A., since you fresh on the scene.
Okay, yeah, let me go get my thing.
How was Hawaii?
It was great, man. Hawaii was great. You know, just got one of my favorite spots is Hawaii, so that was cool. Got off my phone, you know, got to reconnect with nature and just chill, man. I was just chilling out there. Yeah, I mean, chill, travel, eat good food, go to places I've never been before. So that was, you know, that's always a goal of mine, is to go different places and experience new things, eat new things.
Mm-hmm. Be one with nature a little bit.
Yeah. No doubt.
Get the hell off this fucking busy ass city over here.
I mean, it was busy out there too, but I mean, it's a different kind of busy.
So, I think my topic for tonight was living in your purpose. So, do you feel like you're living in your purpose right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting there. You know what I mean? I got a lot more goals, you know, for my life. But I mean, my purpose right now is, you know, to motivate and you know, make sure that people don't give up on themselves. But yeah, I mean, I think so far so good. I mean, I think I influence a lot of people in different ways, and
you influence me with your crazy ass. But yes,
yeah, you know what I mean. It's just, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, I think what my purpose is slowly becoming one, but you know, we still got a long way to go.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't no finish line when it comes to it. I think that's the thing that people need to realize. Ain't no finish line when it comes to your journey to getting there. Have any of y'all had like a spiritual awakening, or what pushed you to start chasing your dreams and going for what you wanted?
I mean, with me, I think it's just like a new beginning. I mean, I moved to San Diego 4 years ago. I started rapping 3 years ago. So, you know, it's just a switch that becomes, hey, you know, if you want to do something, you can, but you just, you know, you don't want to half-ass it or anything like that. Because I mean, you'll be able to pinpoint who really not in this for the, you know, sake of doing what they want. You know, some people are in not just rap, but like in different positions just because it looks cool or they want accolades, but like,
and your heart ain't in it.
Exactly. Yeah. For me, music was an outlet, you know, and that came later than earlier. But I mean, hey, you know, I'm writing in and it's doing well. So
I think you're doing very well. Well, what about you? Because I mean, I've known you for a little bit, and you wasn't always on that spiritual hype like that.
Yeah, let me answer that. I want to go back to the original question that you asked about living in our purpose, right?
Yes. Are you?
For me, and that, let me answer that like this, because a lot, just like I said, you know, I teach this shit, right? So a lot of the times, the number one question that I asked people was, hey, well, how long have you been like this? And more than likely, people say, I've always been like this, right? So I will answer that question by saying that I have always been in my purpose, but because we are infinite beings, right? And we have multiple different occasions in our lives just to have this one. We're not always aligned with it. right?
Right.
So I've always been me. I just didn't understand who
Why?
I was. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like when I was
You didn't
younger,
understand why you were going through things you was going through because you didn't know exactly how it was lining up.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when I really just started taking a step back, you know, and putting myself in the third person. And when I say third person, I just mean in the spirit body. When I put myself in the spirit body, then I was able to see, like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh shit. Like, okay, so now this is what this is. But just like I said earlier, I've always been in my own space. I've always been in my own mind. I've always been on my own time. Sometimes,
just never knew why.
Sometimes when you're in that space, it's so awkward for people because, you know, usually people that are having this human experience, we are going for what society wants us to, or, you know, what society thinks is grand, right? And we can't blame anybody for that but ourselves. But sometimes it would make you feel like, okay, well, shit, I'm doing some oddball shit. Well, let me sidestep what I'm feeling for what the crowd is talking about. And I'm not saying that I was never on no following shit, but I knew how to balance that shit out, right? But when it came down to really expressing who I was, I don't think that people understood it, right? So they're like, hold on, that's a whole type of different thing. So
different
what
person.
I had to do with, I had to master my craft, right? So as soon as I started mastering my shit, I'm like, oh, now I know how to articulate, you know, what it is that I'm going through and shit. And as soon as that happened, it was a wrap. And that happened. That's let me say this real quick, and then I'm gonna pass the mic because I don't want to talk too much. Let me know if I'm talking too much, but
ain't no talking too much.
Got you. When I understood this, right? And I'm gonna go back to your question about when this happened, but when I started thinking about how chakras work, right? Just starting from the heart up. So we have you know, the heart chakra. When I talk to a lot of people, they would tell me that, like, I don't know who I am, like I don't know what my identity is, and so I asked them, regardless to what's going on in your life, what can you say that you have that's near and dear to you? And they say, well, I'm a loving person. A lot of people told me that. So, okay, I'm like, you know, and then it just so happens that out of the 7 chakras, main chakras, that the heart is at the mid range, right?
Right.
And then, you know, so they're quote unquote will be in a I don't want to say midlife crisis, because I hate that connotation that they put on it, but they were just in the middle of not knowing
midlife
who they are.
challenge. A midlife challenge.
There we go. And so, you know, the heart chakra is the 4th chakra, it's the mid. So then after that, like, you know, the throat chakra comes next. So then they start to speak, right? And as soon as you start to speak, you start to get clarity on what's going on, not only from your perspective, but from other people's perspectives, just by speaking. So we go from the heart chakra to the throat chakra. That's all about communication, right? And then, so after communication comes, and then clarity and understanding comes, right? You can see things past just your side and just somebody else's side. You can see things as a collective. So
you
that's
see
why
it through your third eye.
Exactly. You already know I'm going with this shit, right? So after that third eye is open, after you start speaking, the third eye is open, you get the clarity. Boom, you're just seeing with this one eye, not your 2 eyes, but just this one eye, because we all are one connected thing. Then after that, the most important thing to do is to capitalize on that, right? So basically saying, like, you know, you can be woke, and, like, you know, people say, I dislike the word.
I hate that word. I fucking hate that word.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you why I don't like the word woke. But when dealing with that, after you get this awakening, you could just say, I'm with this shit, but then why do that and not embody the shit, right? Crown me, right. Nigga, king me. I went through the whole chakra shit, and guess what? I put on my crown chakra at the top. And king me, my nigga. I'm there right now.
I'm already here.
And I'm walking it and I'm living it. So, you know, that was something that I went through. So when I started reading about the chakras, I'm like, oh, nigga, I get it. I can tell it from this level. So because people, I talk to people and they be like, man, this chakra book say that you got to get a certain guru and you got to do this. I'm like, man, you ain't got to do nothing.
Everything you need is within you already. You don't need to do nothing.
And see, that's what I mean. Going back to your original question, like, you know, so it's already in you. So I've always been in this space. I just never tapped into this frequency. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
But you can go. Did I ask? What was the second question? Because what was it? Because I'm gonna talk a lot. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna talk a lot.
Okay, well, you always talk a lot, so that's fine. That's why I invited you on. But I don't remember what the second question was. But I will tap into this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No.
When?
Don't be sorry. Look, this is one thing I always tell people around me. Don't ever say I'm sorry. You're not sorry.
I feel that. You ain't even gotta say it again.
You ain't a sorry ass person. You ain't sorry. You can apologize all you want to, but don't ever tell me you sorry.
What up, bro?
The reason why I'm saying that is because I know that it's just more than me and you in the room. So I want to make sure that, we're passing this thing around.
Okay, let's get Rose view on this whole thing. Because Ro is not very like religious or spiritual, but he is understanding of both. So
excuse me, is that the DJ?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, definitely.
What up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, Jay? What's going down, Will?
What's up, man?
Man. So I guess from what I'm told, I'm a little too, logical, I don't know
nothing wrong with that.
The spiritual thing.
No, it's not nothing wrong with anything.
I'm kind of logical, so I don't know. So I kind of when I talk to people, it's kind of like I'm kind of like one of them people like I didn't see it, so I'm not saying it's not true, but I can't really jump into that unless I see it for myself or it happens to me. So I ain't gonna lie.
I'll fuck with that.
There's nothing wrong with that, though. I mean, at least because there are a lot of people who are like, well, you're just being crazy because I can't see it. Like, nah, just because you can't see everything don't mean it doesn't exist. And I'm going to tap back in with JA on this because JA, what made you jump off the porch and just be like, I'm about to go for this music shit? Because like you said, you started late, but the fact is you still did it. It ain't a fact about what the time was.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
what
yeah.
made you?
I mean, I think the moment came just like out of the blue. Shout out to my boy Speakerbox. He actually got me in the studio 3 years ago in August. Yeah, it was about 3 years ago in August. He just invited me to a studio session, and then the beat played. Yeah, 3 years ago. Yep, August 8th, 2018 is when I started rapping.
That's my day I had my spiritual awakening, but we ain't gonna tap into that.
That's lit.
Yeah, but
that's crazy. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we had that party. Remember the celebration barbecue?
Yeah.
That was that day, August 8th. Yeah. So shout out to Speakerbox. He put me on my first song, How It All Started, and then I performed that song like a week later. Shout out to DJ Matrox, and then it just history from there. I met Cognac. We got in the studio, and 3 years later, here we are.
It's been a wrap. We can't break y'all motherfuckers up. Like where they at? They probably at the studio.
Yeah, we've done. I mean, last week we opened up for Mike Jones at the holding company.
I forgot his phone number though.
Yeah, so we did that. I mean, we've opened up for DJ Quick. We've opened up for Compton Ave in Vegas. We've been in Mexico, Vegas. Like I said,
right now.
Yeah, man. We've been doing it. We've been out here just trying to be everywhere, network. Just shake hands, kiss babies, man. Like I'm running,
touch elbows because it's COVID.
Yeah, it's like I'm running for mayor out here. That's how you just gotta handle it. Like you're taking this like you're campaigning. Everywhere you go, you leave a piece of you behind, like a sticker or something like that. that's how we do, and that's how we continue to move forward.
That's what's up. I mean, I don't know. I don't believe in luck and coincidence and shit, but I lucked up and these niggas became my family. So I'm like, yeah, I'm with it. I'll do whatever I
It
can
was
do to help
crazy.
promote it. I'm always in the front of the stage at they shows. I'm the first one I hear on my own camera. Like, it's kind of crazy. But
and I mean, just to piggyback off what Treka said, we wouldn't be where we're at without the core group that we have. There's a lot of names to put out there, but y'all know
they
who
know
y'all
who they
are.
are.
Every fucking show we're 20, 30 deep. Everybody's buying tickets. Nobody has free tickets. And that just that to us is sometimes it's overlooked, and we don't take that time to thank our core. But I mean, I want to take this time to do that because we wouldn't be where we're at without our friends and family that buy tickets, that buy merch, that stream our music, that are there when we have events or music videos or whatever the case may be, man. Even if you can't pull up to a show, the homies and the people that support you, post a flyer or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, and I'm gonna piggyback off of that. It's like, I think a lot of people think they can get out here and live this life by themselves. Like, I got it by myself. I got it by myself. Really, you don't. Like, that's not even what we was put down here to be like. Like, you need people around you that support you, that you can support. And we all learn something from each other. We all get something from each other. So I'm very proud of, my circles of friends. And I'm proud of everything y'all be doing and shit. I'll be bragging. Like, yeah,
oh man,
my friends about to blow up. I don't know about your friends, but yeah.
Yeah, man, the energies was needed, man, and yeah, I can't wait. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gotta wait that much longer. It's happening. Woon, are you still making music?
Yes, ma'am.
You didn't send me none.
Like I said, like I'm always doing something, right? The last project that I did was with DJ Fresh, and I think I dropped that shit in like 2016 or some shit.
Okay, we need you to pick it up. Pick it up.
Yeah, nah. Hey, but watch this though. In 2017, I released 2 singles because I was about to do an EP called "The Heart of a Panther," right? And this was just me paying homage because I'm a student of the '60s, and so I used to always wear like my Black Fist medallion and shit, like you know what I mean. You remember my shit, so I definitely want to pay homage to that because that point in time of my life was a big, it still is a big, part of who I am right now. So I had to pay homage to, the Black Panthers. You know what I mean? Even went out to Oakland to shoot a video called "Black is Beautiful." I think. Wow. Have you seen that video?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, I gotta send you my shit. Look, let me say this. I was with a specific videographer who shot the video and shit, and he was from Berkeley. And this is probably 2 weeks after a situation happened in Sacramento when SIBO had a video shoot. A little shit happened at his video shoot. And I'm saying that to say that I saw a mural that I seen in Oakland. I didn't know what part of Oakland that it was. Like, you know what I mean? I just knew it was a mural right there and it had the Panthers in there. And goddamn it, that's why I'm gonna go shoot this fucking video and shit, right? So the videographer is from Berkeley, right? And so when we pulled up to where we pulled up to, we just happened to be in West Oakland, what they call the bottoms and shit. Like, you know what I mean? I had to find out where I was at. I had to make a couple calls and shit, just make sure everything, where I was at. And so
that mean you ain't supposed to be there. Hey, but go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, he said, hey man, because niggas was outside. And
all
he
the
said,
way.
Yeah, fully. They was fully outside. And he was saying, he was like, "Whoa, hey," he was like, "We got to shoot somewhere else." I'm like, "Nah, bro." He was like, "Nigga, we just had the conversation about the Boogie Wop happened at this video shoot in Sac. This might happen at this show." I'm like, I don't give a fuck what's going on. Like, you know what I mean? But it was just, I was just in that element because I was there in a whole different spirit. I was there in a whole different frame of mind. I was there just to you know, I don't, and it may sound disrespectful to the people of Oakland, and I did not mean to disrespect nobody, but it was just like to bring the essence back. Like, you know what I mean? And let me say this, even though there was niggas that was out there on the block, I don't care what they was doing out there, the streets is the streets, they still
you
had.
You were still protected.
Oh, yeah, no, they had they block nice, because there was
I'm
even
telling you, you were still protected on a different realm. That's why you didn't have no fear.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, when my spirit moves me to do something, I don't care what it is. I'm going for it, right? But there was even elders that was out there on the block, and I don't mean elders like in an OG type of way. I mean just like elders just respected, like women. Women was out there. They had older women, older men out there. In fact, they were one of the ones who was like, "Oh, okay, do you guys need us to move our car so you guys can have this space to shoot?" And I'm like, "See, that's that love right there." You understand what I'm saying? So as soon as we got that welcoming thing, then I was just like, "Fuck it, I'll take everything else from here." So, you know, I got a chance to. I actually tapped in with the people that was on the block. I'm like, "Hey, we're gonna shoot a video." I don't know if anybody's on probation, parole, none of that shit. So if y'all is, we ain't gonna film. None of y'all. Just be respectful, like, you know what I mean? So one dude was asking, like, "Yeah, so what are you guys out here doing?" You know, I was like, you know, we're just doing a video, giving it up for the Panthers. I know that they started in West Oakland, so it's beautiful that it just so happened that this mural was in West Oakland, right? So I printed out.
Happened that is that my
a 10-point program to me, and he was like surprised. This is a 10-point program for the Panthers. Like, is that me? Are you good?
We good. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. No, you good. I didn't, because I saw you like this. I don't know if you were just hella listening or if your shit froze.
I was hella listening, but my shit cut out real quick. Sorry.
Oh, okay. But I got an opportunity to actually teach while I was out there. After we wrapped up the video, you know, OG had pulled me to the side. He was like, what are these pamphlets? And I'm like, these are just, you know, the pamphlets, the same pamphlets that the Panthers used to pass out for their 10-point program. And then I was going through all of the points with them and shit. And it was kind of dope because I would assume that he was older, so he would know, but he didn't know. And I'm like, oh shit. So, you know, it was just a good experience for me. Like, didn't know crazy shit happen. But and I got an opportunity, even though it's Oakland, like I got an opportunity to see them in their element when in any other circumstance, I wouldn't be able to be out there like that. Like, you know what I mean? So I always salute the niggas for letting me even come on a block while they was doing their thing and shooting.
You let me on your turf. That's what's up.
Exactly.
That's how I feel about San Diego. Like, hey, y'all let me on your turf. You let me do my thing. Okay, that's cool. I'm not even from here, but y'all love me. I love y'all. So
If they would have said no, I would have shipped the spot straight up.
I'm out. I'm good. All you gotta tell me is one time. I ain't waiting for the second.
They was cool though, but going back to it though, so that was the last time that I actually did some music, and I did that in 2017. The music that I got right now, I was planning on dropping in 2020. Kobe said, "Hey, guess what? You ain't gonna do none of that shit you're trying to do right now." And for me, I just like old boy was saying, like he just now started 3 years ago, so it's late. I don't believe in late. I think everything is on a divine time.
It's divine timing. Right? It's never late.
Sometimes we don't know that, and that can fuck things up when we don't know and recognize that. So as soon as we understand and recognize that it's on divine timing, then then just keep that same energy, right?
Right.
So right now, and it gave me an opportunity to not only think about this project that I'm about to put out, it also allowed me to. I wrote a duet. I've been writing for singers, like, you know what I mean. So this new project that I'm about to do, I'm introducing new elements that I wouldn't even put into there had I dropped it when I was trying to drop it
in
shit, right?
2020.
So yeah, so it's this album is definitely going to show growth. Is going to show the ladies, because you know I love women, so I just got to put it out there like that. I got more songs for women
whatever
on this
you
part,
love.
like, you know what I mean. I'm just saying, like, I definitely give it up for the women on this one for sure. Like, you know what I mean. So it's called because my last one with DJ Fresh was called "Music Is Life Is Music," and so I just flipped it. Life is music is life. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be it.
Okay, so do you have any tracks that you would be willing to let us play?
You want to know what? There are, I think I did like 2 or 3 promo tracks. Y'all could get the promo tracks, like, yeah, like y'all could get the
Well,
ones.
you gotta email me because I'm not going to look for nothing right now.
No, I'm gonna give it to you. You good? I got you. I got you. Just like you said, like you told me to send you some stuff, but it's just like, you know, I'm in Vegas right now. I be busy as hell. But
I be working, y'all. I be trying to get them to give me their stuff.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Okay. So JA, what you want us to play for you? Because we about to have a little musical break. Because we got too many musicians on this right now for us not to be playing no music at all. But the conversation is dope. I appreciate the conversation for real.
I mean, you can put the latest drop we got. Oh no. Matter of fact, hold on. This is the 2nd year anniversary of my my first EP, Organic Cloud. Shout out to my boy Cognac. So I want to put Chose to Hate on. Ro got that.
Chose to Hate, Ro got it. Ro, you got Chose to Hate, right?
Hey man, it's been 2 years since we dropped that shit. Organic Cloud 2 is coming, man. I got like 10, 20 tracks ready to go.
Well, I'm gonna need a little credit for all the freestyle raps I put in.
Chose to Hate didn't come through.
What?
No,
you told
I
me
got that one didn't come through. That one just was the name Chose to Hate. I didn't get the
You didn't get the actual file. What about I
Go? What about I Go or Put Me On?
Oh, I got I Go.
Let's go.
All right, let's do it.
I Go on.
Everybody chill, take your little smoke, pee break, whatever you gotta do.
Hey. When they say no, I go. When they say no, I go. When they say no, I go. Nothing in my way, headed to the door. When they say no, I go. When they say no, I go. When they say no, I go. Nothing in my way, heading to the door. When they say no, I go. When they say no, I go. When they say no, I go. Nothing in my way, heading to the door. Looking like the life of the party. I got what you need to get you started. Play the backfield, now I'm coming up. You have first place, now you runner-up. All black, tell it like a mobster. Rockin' red body, when she whipping pasta. What the man forecast, he dripping. And we only conversate about the winning. Top floor, yeah, you know we going up. Middle finger in the air, we don't give a fuck. Popping champagne like we just won a ship. Always calculated, never shooting from the hip. Tell me when to go, I show them that I make it go. I got crazy girls around me going up and down the pole. Make it rain on them big bread, get it from my mama. Don't forget the commas. I go. When they say no, I go. When they say no, I go. When they say no, I go. Nothing in my way, headed to the door. When they say no, I go. When they say no, I go. When they say no, I go. Nothing in my way, heading to the door. When they say no, I go. When they say no, I go. When they say no, I go. Nothing in my way, heading to the door. Headed to the door, and it's looking lovely. Running to the bank, I'm never sorry. I do this shit, no games, no lames. 100 miles an hour to the money, fuck the fame. Hey, rookie of the year, how I'm coming. Stunting so heavily, why they frontin'? Damn, easy 500s on my feet now. I remember I was broke, not a cash cow. Me and the bread, we get along. Comments after comments in my account, going strong. Secure it back in every way possible. Working, sticking to the play, no audible. They wanted me to fall, but I just ball. They wanna call the shots, try to fall. But I'm the coach, drawing my own plays, executing to the max on my own pace. When they say no, I go. I go. When they say no, I go. I go. When they say no, I go. I go. Nothing in my way, headed to the door.
When they say no, I go.
I go.
When they say no, I go.
I go.
When they say no, I go.
I go.
Nothing in my way, heading to the door.
Put me on.
When they say no,
Trying it on. Stack a million, then I'm gone. Get money when I want. Say something, say I won't. Get mad when I don't. I get mad when I don't.
Tryna get on. Stack a million, then I'm gon' get money when I want. Say something, say I won't. Get mad when I don't. I get mad when I don't. I've been gone for 1 minute, so I owe you. I step out Sunday with my church shoes. Cognac, find me on the top shelf. 10K to put in work, I should hold a belt. Moving independent, now I got it, and I'm going up. How I move, get it silent, still be showing up. Put me in the game, put me in, coach. I've been shooting in the gym, and you see the stroke. Coming through in the clutch like it's game time. 6th man of the year, I go get mine. Use a fan, used to clap a little louder. Spectating in the crowd, mean mug, use a follower. Dirty gameplay to win, gotta break rules. G-code, beast mode, that's my only move. Coach Scotty got me running, that's a line drill. Colorblind, strange things, took that blue pill.
Put me on. Trying it on. Stack a million, then I'm gone. Get money when I want. Say something, say I won't. Get mad when I don't. I get mad when I don't.
Tryna get on. Stack a million, then I'm gon' get money when I want. Say something, say I won't.
Say I won't.
Get mad when I don't. I get mad when I don't.
I'm living my life like I'm supposed to. In VIP, pull up on me, do I know you? $1,000 views, stays for no boo. You was poppin', now you all news. Everywhere I go, the hoes choose. I ain't gotta say it, but I told you. Hard work and dedication got me dictating. Now I understand why they hating. Show no mercy when it's game time. By the end of the night, I'ma get mine. Throwing more money in the air, I don't care. They asking about me, I'm everywhere. It's Put me on. Trying it on. Stack a million, then I'm gone. Get money when I want. Say something, say I won't. Get mad when I don't. I get mad when I don't.
Tryna get on. Stack a million, then I'm gon' get money when I want. Say something, say I won't. Get mad when I don't. I get mad when I don't. Hey, 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 hey. Come and get it 3 piece. You can get it 3 piece.
What's up? Treka Know Better Do Better. It's your boy DJ Rowe.
Hey, put me on. Are we back? Or are you still playing music?
We are back.
Fellas, y'all still here?
I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
Good.
So, J.A., where do you see your music going from here?
I mean, the next step is, trying to get into a different crowd. I wanted to hit the East Coast, hit the Bay Area. But the music's coming. I mean, the music's gonna come, but we're gonna have a few more videos dropping real soon. We're gonna do an EP real soon. I know I'm gonna have something for my birthday in November. So it's coming, man. The music's coming. I'm in the studio every week. So the music's gonna come, and it's just a matter of time. We're just picking the music, and we either do Organic Cloud 2. I had an EP that got delayed called Oh They Thought. So it's coming, man. I got a few things coming.
We're not rushing you. I'm not rushing you. I'll just
there's no rush. There's no rush. I mean, I waited this long.
You can't rush greatness. What the hell?
I waited this long, but we did preview a couple of new songs at the show on Thursday, and that was lit. I still have footage that I haven't released yet, but I'm definitely gonna do that. I just got back yesterday from vacation, so I'm back at it. We got a couple shows this month. We just booked the end of summer bash, which is next Sunday. here in San Diego, and we're doing Talking to Town with Demi Dago on the 25th.
Demi.
Yeah, so we got 2 shows this month. I'm with the Charlie Stop podcast on Monday. That's at West Coast Radio. Fuck. That's all I got for now. That's all I got for now.
I mean, that's quite enough. You know what I mean? Don't work yourself to death.
We back in Vegas in October, so we're gonna be back in
I'll
Vegas.
probably go out there
October.
for that one.
Yeah. We gonna do it big for that one. we want the homies to pull up, so we definitely gonna do something.
I missed the last one because I had to go see my daddy in Arkansas. But you know what? I mean,
oh, the last one was lit. Yeah, lit.
Yeah.
If y'all haven't got a chance, watch. Oh my bad. Watch Chose to Hate. We did our last Airbnb trip and shot a video at that mansion. That was a fat mansion. That was a nice one.
That's nice. That's what's up. I love to see y'all working. Obviously, I'm always there supporting this shit with my old ass. But I feel, I support my family and I feel like y'all my little spiritual tribe and things. So I got to be there, or be square. Because I know y'all let me know when I ain't been around for a minute. Making some new music?
What was that?
I'm sorry, what was that question? I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
Yeah, I was talking to you. Are you?
Oh, okay, I was just making sure. What was the question?
What you got going on music-wise or other than music-wise shit?
A lot of shit. I just now sent you, what did I send you? I sent you a music track. I sent you the Black is Beautiful. Not the video, but of course the track. While we was taking that break, and then I sent one of my voiceover works that I did. I don't know if have you seen any of my voiceovers? No? Yeah, no?
I haven't seen any of your voiceovers, but I've seen some of your short skits and your short movies and stuff, and you be killing me. So I just don't even know where you gonna send.
I sent one of those too. So whenever you get it, it's good. But so 2022 is I'm gonna drop a lot of content in 2022. A lot of things that I'm working on right now is gonna be focused towards that. And that's with the children's book that I was telling you about. And that's with new skits that I'm doing. But the music, that's definitely dropping 2022. I don't, I'm not worried about, what's going on in terms of this COVID shit, like none of that. Like, the music still has to be put out there for the people.
Exactly.
In fact, when I drop my promo shit, people don't know that, that I used to rap in a certain type of way. So when I brought that energy back, they was like, oh, even my brother, he was telling me, he was like, oh, that old one is back. And I'm like, man, niggas forgot that I could rap for real. Like, you know what I mean?
Look, what did I ask you about an hour ago? Do you rap or do you make music? Because I remember you did like a long time ago, but you ain't really did shit in a long time. So I was like, okay, I don't know if he does anymore or not. So
let me say this. I don't do nothing but get better with time. Like that shit is crazy. And I'm not saying it like that because when people been telling me that the old one is coming back, right? So the old energy is coming back, but with a new level of self-understanding.
New perspective.
Man.
It's not the old one. That's the old wound energy. Like, that's your fiery ass energy you always had. But that's not nothing new as far as who you are. Just stepping into your power. That's it.
And see, and that's what I mean. Because when I was doing like the songs like Black is Beautiful or, Let's Get Educated and shit like that, people was like, okay, it's a flip of energy to the people who know me, like from the streets know me. Like, you understand what I'm trying to say? So when I introduce that to people who don't know me, they're like, oh, okay, well, let's do it. But then when they seen like, okay, and I'm not saying what I'm about to put out is not me, but the level of, you know, content that I'm about to put out is just still like, man, y'all, all right, like people gonna see, like, just like I said, like
they ain't ready. They're not ready.
it's gonna be some dope shit. Like I said, I'm having fun with this one. Like I said, I wrote some duet type shit for the females and shit. So
who the hell you singing with, nigga? Anita Baker? Who you singing with? Anita Baker?
Oh, no. Hey, look, if I could sing, I will blow some shit out the water. Hey, I promise you. Hey, when I was younger and shit, from like 18 probably till even now, people like, hey, you got a nice speaking voice and shit, right? Like, and I'm talking about when I'm just chill, laid back, you know, my voice gets back.
Okay, but can you sing?
Right. So then they be like, so what? And I'll be like, man, you want to know what? I think I might try my voice at singing.
No, don't do it.
But no, but in terms of just the music, I'm just bringing back, you know, the essence to it. And I see that there's and no disrespect to no artists that's out there, but for me, a lot of this shit sounds the same to me. Like, you know what I mean? And
not just to you, to all of us.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. I don't want to, you know, put that, you know, I don't want to make a broad statement, but that's not even a bad thing, because whatever the wave is what the wave is. It's just, you know, whatever the time is.
Wait for that trend to ride out.
Exactly. And so with me, it's just like, okay, I see what people are doing, but where's these type of songs at?
Where's the organic shit? Where's the authenticity? Like, where is the people who do and say what they want to say and do without worrying about everybody else wanting to like them? Like, where is you being authentic come at?
Right.
That's where we lost it, because you used to get people like, okay, the best example, ODB. He is not like anybody else that rapped ever.
Right.
And he literally would tell you about all the shit he did that it wasn't like anybody else, but he wasn't afraid to do that. Even though we looked at him like, oh, okay, this thing is crazy. But at least he was authentic to himself. And I think everybody else want to sound like everybody else instead of being authentic to their own sound, their own beliefs, their own visions, their own everything. Like, you cannot keep cookie cutting everything and think that that's going to be okay. Because that's why you be in here for like 2 months and then you be out of here forever. Look, because nobody remember you.
Let me say this real quick. And I'm gonna tell you one of the hooks that I got. And I mean, this is going to be a prime example of what I'm talking about. Like, in terms of rappers, and you know, we got a flurry of the young light that's coming through, right? And I believe, you want to know, we had this conversation before, but I don't want to delve too deep into it. But it's just like, you know, that the way that they're on right now, they're not on giving females props, like, you know what I mean, and no type of way. So. And I'm not saying this is why I wrote it, but I'm just naturally, you know, just I love women, like, you know what I mean. So I got a song called "Realest on Your Team," right?
Oh, wait. What's it called?
It's called "Realest on Your Team." The realest on your team.
Okay.
So the hook goes: you gotta realize that the realest on your team ain't your homie or your partner. It's your one and only queen. Cause she gonna keep it solid when them niggas try to scheme. And if you got a real one, then you know just what I mean. What I say?
I'm sure J.A. can vouch for this. You know, he just put a ring on his little one, but yeah.
Hey, what I say after that? I said, if you got a real one, then you know just what I mean.
You feel me? Don't let her go, J.A.
Right. And I said, she just want to see you win. Why? Because she's your queen. What the fuck?
Simple.
I would have to. I'm gonna send you the track. Let me just do it.
Send me the track. But
anyway, I wrote it for a woman to sing that part. Like, you know what I mean? But how the dynamic of how I wrote the song is from what women are ultimately looking for from my perspective, right? And then I'm like, okay, that's what you banging with. Watch this, and this is what I'm looking for. So our two worlds meet, and then like it's just that. But the video that I got to that shit, the video in my mind,
the visual.
Already wrote the video. Like the video goes crazy.
Oh, make the video and stop playing.
It goes crazy. You know I'm a writer. That's what I do.
I already know that's what you do. So just make the fucking video. Stop talking about it. Make it happen. Action. I feel like that's.
Oh yeah. Look, that's what I'm saying. So one thing at a time. Because just like I said, I just now sent you 3 different things. I sent you some music. I sent you a voiceover, and I sent you a skit. Like, you know what I mean? So
okay, I only got the music one. But Ro, did I send you something from him?
I'm gonna check right now.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm balancing out more than one thing. So when I'm not focused on doing music, then that's when I'm doing my skits. When I'm not focused on doing skits, then that's when I'm doing my book. Or if I'm not focused on doing my book, then I'm always in a mix of doing something, right?
I hella need to work on my book, but I feel you. I feel you for sure.
Yeah, and I'm let me say that too. My bad, because
Jack of all trades.
Man, look, let me plug in my children's book real quick, because that's gonna be one of the first things that I
Let's
drop. Right?
go.
So the children's book is called "Go Out and Play," right?
Yes.
So
I already like it from now.
Just from that, right? And so it's just of course, it's a different time and age and time and shit, a different era, especially with this COVID going on right now and shit, right? So just that element alone, like, kids want to be, just more into the technology part of life. And I understand that, like, but just to keep that, I'm all about balance, let me say, you're a Libra, right?
I'm a Leo.
Oh, Leo, I'm sorry. So it's okay,
but I do have Leo. A lot of Libra in my chart. So yeah.
Okay, my bad. But anyway, so with the Gemini, because I'm a Gemini, so I deal with the balance and shit, right?
Right.
And so I think that as much as kids because this is their time of age, so there's absolutely nothing wrong with being smart as far as the technology wise, but for me, it's just as important just to be outside and play and to explore, like,
be what I mean?
And be in nature on everything, like, you know what I mean? So for me, that's real important. And so I'm gonna talk about that. Also, it's all about not being afraid to be outside of your comfort zone. You understand what I'm trying to say? And it's just like, because as we can make an excuse, even as adults do. It's like, well, such and such.
It's not in my culture to do this. It's not in my culture to say that. But fuck your culture. Like where's you?
Right. Exactly. So we make up certain things, or we see certain things that may, in our mind, give us like some type of doubt or fear to where it will prevent us from doing something. So it's just like, well, I don't want to do this. I just rather do this. I just rather be inside. I'd rather not even explore,
it's easier to do that.
Experience, right?
Right.
So my thing is regardless to what's going on, still give it that shot, still give it that try, because it's only in your mind that something is going to happen that's not in your favor, right? But but I have to paint it in a kid's type of understanding. You know what I mean? So there's certain words and shit that I use in order to relay the message, but it's the same thing. So it came out pretty dope. I ran it across a couple of people who write, like, authors and shit, and I ran it across my homegirl first, and she was like, because I had it to keep it a band. I had it because I write poetry and shit too, right? So I had it in poem form first. And I was like, hey, what you think about this? Because I know she'll give me like her honest answer and shit. Even if it sucks, she's gonna be like, nigga, that shit was kind of trash. But her initial response was, well, who wrote this? I'm like,
me.
I wrote this motherfucker. Like, what you mean? Like, you know what I mean? And then so she was like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. She's like, this shit is fucking dope. And I was just like, oh shit, okay, because I was just thinking about like a lot of shit as I was writing it. But just that little bit of what she gave me, like, you know what I mean? It was just like, okay, I could keep it as a poem, but I want it to reach, like a wide audience and shit, right? I want it to reach the masses. So I'm like, let me do what I need to do to convert it from being a poem to converting it into a children's book, right? And so I had to change up a couple words. I had to change up, the whole formula as far as me writing it, and then I put it together as a book. And I'm like, okay, it's good. So again, it's called Go Out and Play. It's my first children's book. It took me a while to find a dedicated illustrator. Oh my God, it took me a while to find that. So I finally found somebody, and she's dope with her shit. And I found out that she's here in Vegas as well. So that part was a plus. So I could go pull up on her any given time and be like, hey, so what's up? You know what I mean? Type shit. And but it's dope. I'm looking forward to that. So that's gonna be one of the first things. And just for me putting that out there, especially on social media, there's people who already want to pre-order this shit. They was like, yeah, I'm gonna need a couple copies for this and this and that. And I'm like, oh shit, like, because I didn't know how people was gonna take me writing like, children's books and shit. Like, oh, this nigga writing children, like, you understand what I'm trying to say? So
you're the best person to write a children's book, though. That's what they don't understand. Is people that been through the best, the people that been through the worst things in life are the best people to write children's books. As long as they can be sensitive to a child. I'm not saying come in there like fucking Debo and write a motherfucking book. I'm just saying, like, you can give them like real lessons. And I mean, and if you can get it illustrated, then that's something that's big, because kids do pay attention to that little stuff. They actually do absorb them type of things.
Hey,
what's up, J.A.?
Yeah, real quick. Yeah, I gotta get to going. It's been great. Thank you so much for having me. Before I get off though, my boy Cognac was supposed to be on with me. But yeah, he had to take care of some business in the studio, but I appreciate it. We should run it back again when he's available.
We will.
Much love to you, Treka. Nice to meet you, Moon. Best of luck to you and your book and everything else that comes with it. Everybody else, follow me, J.A. Young Weld, on every social media platform. Also on YouTube, follow me. I'll subscribe. Actually, the whole time we was on, you know what I'm saying, I was also watching us, you know what I'm saying?
Me too.
So, show love, show support, that's what we do. But yeah, man, I'll have more time next time, but I'll catch y'all later.
No worries. We knew you was restricted on time.
Hey, before you bang out, because I'm on YouTube right now, you said, what was it? What is it real quick?
J.A. space Young space Wealth.
Oh, wealth is in wealth.
Yeah.
Well,
J.A. Young Wealth. Oh, okay, I got you.
I think it's on. If you're looking at the chat, the name's on there as well.
J.A.
Young Wealth.
Got you. Okay, I see it. Okay.
All right, man.
I'll
follow y'all back.
I'm gonna definitely tap in right now.
All right, J.A.
Yes,
we appreciate you starting through. Next time we know we'll be the whole group.
Hell yeah. Much love. Peace.
Later, bro.
Hey, so Treka Woon, I got that Black is Beautiful. I was able to pull it up. You guys want to see it? You want me to put it on?
Yeah, put that on. Let me hear that. Cause I need
when you
to
say
hear.
see, when you got the video, or you just got the track?
I got the video. I think it's the video.
Okay, that's
what
perfect.
you sent
So Treka could see it, because I feel kind of like unappreciated as her friend / rapper friend / artist.
Whoa, bro. Whoa.
Hey, I'm talking shit. It's good.
Whoa. I'm here for both of us.
Symbology. The sun, the lantern, the key.
This
brother here, myself, all of us were born with our hair like this, and we just wear it like this because it's natural. Because the reason for it, you might say, is like a new awareness.
That's just the audio.
It's physical.
Did you want the video?
Pleasing to them. We're told that only white people were beautiful. Only straight hair, light eyes, light skin, beautiful.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you said something about the video. This isn't the video?
No, I didn't know that I could send you guys a video, but now that I know that, give me just 1 second.
All right, yeah, send her the video.
I'm gonna send her, the actual, so y'all can see it.
Oh my goodness.
My bad.
You good. Thank you, everybody who's tuning in right now to Know Better, Do Better. We got a little audience right now. Chat room.
Play J.A. Wells' last song. I think it was Come Correct. I'm about to play it right now real quick.
All right.
All right, I sent the video through too, so it's Gucci.
Okay,
right.
Good. Thank you.
No, thank y'all. I appreciate it.
It's J. Come correct. No need to check on me. I get my head is for free. Cut the bins. I got them on me. The concierge come free. Come correct. No need to check on me. I get my head is for free. Cut the bins. I got them on me. The concierge come free. Ay. The concierge come free. Everywhere I go, they want me. They think I'm Curry from the threes. It's a Bay Area that they see. Ay. Pull up, baby, let's go. Pouring up the Henny, how we roll. My section, ladies on the floor. My boys ask for names, I don't know. Ay, tell me when to go. Your girl wanna fuck me on the low. They be asking questions I don't know. I be the type to say no. I like a pretty face with attitude. She always tell the truth, but she a little rude. Mommy give me brains from a good school. In the classroom, only play by my rules. Correct, no need to check on me. I get my head is for free, cut the bins. I got them on me. The concierge come free. Come correct, no need to check on me. I get my head is for free, cut the bins. I got them on me. The concierge come free. Aye. They be asking how I do it. I tell them easy, nothing to it. Just stick to the money routes, fuck it to the haters, yeah. They gon' always down. I'm addicted to the money now. Middle finger in it, it can bring me down. All I trust is a man in the mirror. Put myself first, the vision got clearer. And I ain't perfect, I'm a sinner. The 8 seed ended up the winner. Tunnel vision, I cannot reconsider. Catch me in the kitchen cooking dinner. Don't make me act up on your hoes. We going dumb, why you acting like you ain't know? The 90s young poets, some more dollar signs when I walk through the door. Come correct, no need to check on me. I get my head is for free, cut the bins. I got them on me. The concierge come free.
Yeah.
I get my head is for free.
Freaking Know Better, Do Better. Shout out to Jay Young Wealth, Cognac, doing like they do, tearing up shop. Let's get back to it. Let me see if I can find that video. Hold on, y'all.
That video.
Black is beautiful.
So I clicking on it. I see a link again. And okay, I don't know if this is it, but we're gonna find out.
Let me find it.
We're gonna find out in a minute. Let's stop that. Let me go like that. Let me do a little bit of that. Let me go to here. Let's go right here. Click here. And let's give it a second.
Just wait till you taste them.
Yum.
You supposed to already know.
We're born with our hair like this, and we just wear it like this.
I don't think this is the video.
The reason.
Hey, Woon, is this the video?
Nah, that's the same link. I just recently sent a different link. I don't know if it came through. but it's probably it should be.
That's the one that is giving me the same one.
Hold on.
All right.
Give me just 1 second.
Yeah, send it. Oh, so shout out to everybody in the chat. Scott, Shay Diva, Anna.
All right, it's sent.
Christina. Thanks for watching Treka Know Better, Do Better. All right, you sent it again?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's give it a try again. Let's see what happens.
Okay, I'm gonna send this again.
All right, let's try this again.
One more again.
But yeah, you guys sent me 2 Black is Beautiful, and those are the 2 the same ones. So let's try this one.
I sent you. Okay.
Okay.
This should be the one.
All right, let's see. Don't got it yet. Ah, here we go. Let's see. This one looks different. Yep, this is the one.
Cause this is the one I want to see.
All right, yep, this is the one.
Don't be yawning. We
Oh,
old, but we ain't old. Come on now. You better
I'm teamed up
liven
all
up,
night.
nigga.
I'm teamed up all night.
Liven up a little bit. It's a little.
Why he getting that ready? Look, why he getting that ready? Let me say this. And I don't know if you saw me posted on the book. I no longer drink hard alcohol and shit.
Woo, right on. That's good. That's good. Congrats, man.
Oh yeah, no, that's him right there. You got it. That's him.
All right, you guys ready?
It.
You ready to do it?
Do it.
Yeah, go ahead and drop it.
Right.
Yeah, you see this, son?
And learn more about why they
Yeah, they're like really out there, really bleaching their skin though. That's crazy. That means they're putting on cream so their skin can become whiter than what it is, trying to look like white people. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like they think white is like better than black or something like that. We don't play that. That's weird. You ain't gonna try to bleach your skin, right? Yeah, nah, we rep our melanin, man. We don't play with this, man. Real. Hold on 1 second. Yo, where is it?
Over the past 10 years, we've seen it go.
Oh, man. Hey, bro.
Nah, chill.
What's up, brother? What's poppin', boy?
I'm keeping it regular. What you got going for today?
Oh, man, this shit over here showing my son his Jamaican bleaching thing on YouTube.
Right here, man. I heard about that shit, man. That's crazy. Man, I don't know why they do that to their skin, man.
A defect of causing hypopigmentation, that is lightening of the skin. And this is a side effect of the steroid creams, and they realized this, so they started to use these creams in order to get a lighter color.
If you did know someone in your community that had skin cancer, would that make you stop?
Yes, me really see somebody wait though. I really stop cause I don't want to do me that.
This brother here, myself, all of us, we're born with our hair like this, and we just wear it like this. Because it's natural, because the reason for it, you might say, is like a new awareness among black people that their own natural appearance, physical appearance is beautiful, and it's pleasing to them. For so many, many years, we were told that only white people were beautiful. Only straight hair, light eyes, light skin was beautiful, and so black women would try everything they could to straighten their hair and lighten their skin to look as much like white women. But this has changed because black people are aware, and white people are aware of it too, because white people now want natural wigs. They want wigs like this. Dig it? Isn't it beautiful? All right.
Black fish in the skyline. Hey, let me show you what my pride's like. Hey, I ain't got nothing to hide, right? Cause my black is beautiful. Black fish in the air, like, hey, I'm a
fists in the air like the sunlight. I shine bright, trying to get up on the sunlight. Black people, black power, black love, right? We need to send that message down to the young life. It's like they choose death as a way of living now. They need help cause the situation's critical. But we ain't looking for the government to help us. We need to look within and practice self-love. What? That's how I feel right now. They on hop, they on coke, they on pills right now. There's too many in the field getting killed right now. I'm trying to build cause my people need to heal right now. Hey, yeah, we gotta wise up to rise up. Black fist in the air, yeah, my pride's up. Black fist in the air, just so you can know that my black is beautiful.
Black fist in the skyline. Hey, let me show you what my pride's like. Hey, I ain't got nothing to hide, right? Cause my black is beautiful. Black fist in the airline. Hey, I'ma wear my own hairline. Hey, I don't care if they stare, right? Cause my black is beautiful.
I'm black and I'm proud. I'm black and I love it. I'm black when I'm private. I'm black out in public. Been reppin' this melanin since way back was a tadpole. Young guy with the black fist pick in the back of my afro. It's natural. Gotta love to wear your hair like that. And tell them haters we don't care if they stare like that. Of course here cause it's Kyle's. Thought it was only nap. Black power, this a revolution. Thought it was only rap. They say they hated and imitated, but these culture vultures hella irritating, but it's cool though. We set the trend. This brown skin so innovative. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, the deeper the roots. I got me some knowledge. Now they getting mad. I'm speaking the truth. They try to teach us that self-hate. Now we bringing back self-love. Ain't a deity that's finna save you unless you're saving yourself, love. Doing it for the unity. You see me with the black fist up. It's wartime when we need some soldiers. You in the way, you getting grand thrown.
Black fist in the skyline. Hey, let me show you what my pride's like. Hey, I ain't got nothing to hide, right? Cause my black is beautiful. Black fist in the airline. Hey, I'ma wear my own hairline. Hey, I don't care if they stare, right? Cause my black is beautiful.
Black everything like I'm Luke's father. I love the skin I'm in. You can't tell me any different. If you hating, I don't listen. You a cooner, you a racist. I don't understand they statements. Know my DNA is ancient. On my house, I'm a king. They feel my bodies while they staring. Peace and love and overstanding. Don't understand me feeling golden like a Grammy. We steady setting examples. Put your fists in the air. Unity is what we channeling. This ain't black and white or spiritual. What they battling. Your mind is a weapon. I'm fully loaded like Rambo clips. Why they wanna hate us when they need us? Conductor of the sun, we the children. My hair stand up for a reason. Downloading all this knowledge. I don't need to go to college. Have some love for yourself. You the only one you need. Black fists in the air. We all screaming unity like
Black fist in the skyline. Hey, let me show you what my pride's like. Hey, I ain't got nothing to hide, right? Cause my black is beautiful. Black fist in the airline. Hey, I'ma wear my own hairline. Hey, I don't care if they stare, right? Cause my black is beautiful.
That was dope.
Okay, I'm glad we got the video.
Hey, what's y'all feedback? Before y'all give me the feedback, just know I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my.
Okay, Erica Badu, that's what you're not gonna do is come on here and be sensitive.
No, what y'all think though?
I personally, I loved it. Like I feel like that's some shit I'll bump every day, and I probably will.
I appreciate it.
I think a lot of people don't really understand when we say our black is beautiful. They think that we mean that everybody else is saying beautiful. That ain't what we saying. Our black is beautiful because this for so long we've been told that our black is not beautiful, no matter what shade it is. but it is. And it don't matter what shade of black it is. It's all beautiful. And we kind of like bring life to this world a little bit. I'm not even trying to get on no fucking all black shit. I'm not all black or any about that. I love who I am though. And just because I love who I am though doesn't mean I don't respect who you are. But I love who the fuck I am, and I know I'm black. And I will remain being black.
Yeah, that song, man, just that beat alone, that beat was crazy. When I got that beat, I had a whole different song written to that beat. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I had some whole different energy and shit too. So I was like, you want again, just like I said, like, you know, there's certain times where I like, let me put a different type of energy out there. Like, you know what I mean? So I was just like, let me do this shit. I wrote the hook and my nigga killed the hook. I sent the hook to my dude because, you know, I don't like, just like with my skits and shit or with my short films, I don't always try to be the star all because I wrote it. Like, you understand what I'm trying to say? So if I know that somebody can do some shit that's
better than me, I'm gonna give it to you.
Better than I can do it. Them niggas is
DJ Ro knows a lot about that. Roselle knows a lot about that because I'm like, you know what? You do this way better than me. Just do it.
That's a fact. Now I do not live in my ego and shit, right? But I sent that shit to my nigga, and my nigga whooped that hook. I was like, nigga, like, you know what I mean? And so after we did the song, I'm like, hey, we have to do a video to this shit. We got to, just to show people, like, for real, like, you know what I mean? And I have to get into this if I'm gonna get into the video. I have to say this, so you know, I don't know. I don't want this to be I don't know if you guys deal with any type of controversy on your shit, but
my name is Treka, so yeah.
So let me say this. Just like I said earlier, I studied the Panthers. I literally took years and I studied the Panthers. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So everything that you see in that video, as far as the clips that's in there, those are clips that I had the dude who edited the video put in there. Like, you know what I mean? So I already know what I wanted to do, right? With that being stated, if you hear when Kathleen Cleaver is talking in the beginning, they're actually chanting "The Black is Beautiful" in the background while she's spilling her spill, right? From a whole different clip. So when I first heard that clip, I'm like, hey, you know, that song is kind of, you know, it's kind of dope. I like how the women were saying that shit. So I took that shit to my studio engineer and I was like, nigga, put this into the hook. And then he was like, what? I said, this part right here that they're singing, chop that shit up, speed it up, whatever you got to do, put it into the hook. And then he was like, all right. So he did it. You know, stuttered it out a couple times. And I'm like, yeah, like, you know, like make that shit pop. And then so at the end, I wanted that whole shit to play out, right? To where they giving it up for Huey. Like, you know what I mean? So because that's at the time when, you know, when he was locked up and shit or whatever. But anyway, so, you know, fast forward, this is 2017 when I put that shit out. And fast forward, you know, I'm out here in Vegas and shit. And one of my partners, he had hit me up. He was like, hey, he was like, you out here influencing niggas and shit, right? I'm like, what you talking about? And he was like, man, you out here like, you know, artists is out here fucking with your shit. I'm like, what do you mean? And so, you know, I was kind of like out and about, you know, it's Vegas. So I'm not even worried about what he's talking about. But then when I actually get time, you know, I tap back in with him like, hey, what was you talking about? And then he sent me the link to to this E40 video and shit, right? And first, when I seen it was a 40 song. I seen the song was called "Black is Beautiful," and so I was like, no, I'm not even the first person that has a song called "Black is Beautiful," so that's not my original idea. But then, you know, so I clicked the link and I'm watching the video, and then I see that he used that same sample, or whoever use that same sample and, you know, some of the same clips that I got in my shit. And so, you know, first I took that shit like, nah, like, you know, it's just coincidental. Like, you know what I mean? But then I put it out there and I'm like, hold on, did this nigga? Like, you know what I mean? So I put it out there, and like a lot of people was giving me feedback, like, yeah, hey, bro, I think that nigga Jack your shit. But you know, E40, man, he's a legend, man. I would never try to take nothing away from 40. But you know, to me, even if that was the case, just to understand that, you know, the level of, you know, just the women singing that part of the hook is just dope. Like, you know what I mean? So, again, it was just one of them things. So I was just like, damn, like maybe mainstream artists, or you know, just artists that's already got a platform, do tap into, you know, the underground and see what's popping and shit. Or if not, it's nice to know that, you know, whoever was on that the producer side was on saw the same vision that I seen. So you know what I mean? So the shit was lit. I loved it.
Yeah. I gotta say as a DJ, that was a dope video. I like the video all the way around, from the music to the video itself. I like the fact that you chose Oakland. You know, a lot of people do Panther stuff and want to do stuff, but they never really try to do it in Oakland. They do it in other areas, and I got to give you much props for doing it. And on top of that, going to West Oakland. I mean, I mean, there's me personally. I know Oakland, so it's like the way you did that was good. That was dope. Like that. I mean, you should get like heavy props for that video, dude. The song is banging.
Hey man, I appreciate that, man. And a lot of people was telling me that, and I don't, you know, just like I was telling you guys before we dropped the video, because you guys got the backstory before you got to see the video. Like I really, you know, was just, you know, for the most part, basing it off of, for one, being in Oakland, and then just seeing that mural. I didn't know that I was in the bottom, like in the West, like, you know what I mean? So again, shout out to everybody that's in West Oakland, because they allowed me to come out there and, you know, shoot the video and do all the shit. And I'm forever, you know, grateful for that. But to me, it was just like a bigger cause. I think, you know, after I got a chance to speak to them, they understood that it was, you know, a bigger cause than me just coming out there shooting the video. So, you know, they was fucking with it. So, you know, it was dope, man. The energy was just crazy out there. I loved it.
I love your energy, and I can see your transgression over the years.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate that.
So I know a lot of people think we weird, right? A lot of people ain't gonna be about understand what you're talking about in your music nowadays, but there's gonna be a lot of people who do, and I think you should just, hey, fucking do what you gotta do.
Oh
like,
man, look, let me say something to that real quick. Let's flip it outside of music real quick. on this,
that's in real life too. But yeah, go ahead.
On the spiritual and mental health, quote unquote, that I teach, quote unquote, because I'm still a student. I'm forever a student and shit, right?
Always.
When I first started to drop certain things, because I'm looking at things in a metaphysical, esoteric way. Like I don't look at things in the literal, right? So it's going back to what you know, Ro, was that the DJ name, Ro?
DJ Ro.
Okay, perfect. Okay,
yes, sir.
So going back to what he was saying with the see it to believe it and shit, right? So when we talk about that, and we talk about this Bible and this book that everybody holds so near and dear, when I first let go of religion, right? The Bible was one of the first things that I let go of. I'm like, man, fuck the Bible. I'm just dealing with God. And it was just like, hold on, nigga, like this God shit don't even make sense. But I didn't understand the Bible until I tapped into self. Like, you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, because the Bible is not all bad.
No.
Tap into self to realize what the Bible is saying to you. The Bible is not telling you what you have to do. It's a guidebook.
Look, let me.
It's like a handbook.
And let me say this: it's the Bible is something that, and let me say this, because I always got to put out a disclaimer. And my understanding of the Bible, and this is how they're able to do revelations and fucking and have what do you call those people? Messengers, not the messengers, but what I'm looking for a specific word. Like prophets and shit, right? Prophets. Because this is something that happens within us, right? And as soon as you reach a certain level, as soon as you put, like I was saying earlier, as soon as you put on that crown, as soon as you get that crown chakra, and then your eyes are open, then that's when shit, reveals itself. The revelations, right? So, this Bible, every scripture that I have came across ever since I've had my personal awakening, quote unquote, started to make sense. And what I started doing was I started breaking it down for the people who think that the shit is literal. I'm like, these are not literal things.
It's not literal, and it's not logics. It's not based on logics at all.
Right.
It has nothing to do with logics.
Right. Because, and just like what Ro was saying, like, when it comes down to, like, explain to me how this shit is logical and how it can happen in real time and people can't. And that's why they base that shit up on faith. But I'm like, and that's absolutely fine. So anybody who's watching, do not take what I'm saying in a bad way, because I think religion is a good way to start off. You know what I mean? You're still outsourcing, which is absolutely fine.
I started in religion, but I couldn't stay there.
Yeah, which is still absolutely fine. But when it comes down to tapping into self, that's when everything else is just like, all right, nigga, I'm finna shut everything out and I'm finna find out who self is. So when I started reading certain scriptures, I'm like, they're talking about what I already went through. So I understand these scriptures like a motherfucker, right? You just gotta understand the language. And this is why it's written in a certain way, because if you're still interpreting it or looking at it from a certain perspective, you're not there yet. You still have to keep on reading the book and still have a preacher and a pastor tell you certain things until
tell you how you're supposed to feel about what you're reading. No, I don't need nobody to tell me how I'm supposed to feel. I'm gonna feel how I'm supposed to feel when I read it. And them scriptures be talking to me. I'm not even one to be real religious, but I start off in the religion. I was one of those kids that was in church 4 out of 7 days of the week. Bible study, choir practice, all the shit. Sunday school, you know what I mean? But I also always knew that wasn't really speaking the truth to me. And that there was something more.
Yeah, for me, it was, and I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. Well, let me say what I was saying real quick. So, in terms of the misunderstanding of what people may have of people who do not think, I don't want to say inside the box, but people who don't think like everybody else. When I first started speaking out, I know people was like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Like, you know what I mean? There was a small group of people that was like, yeah, that shit kind of makes sense. But then the more I was just like I was saying with the chakras, the more I started talking about it, the more I understood that people didn't understand. So then I had to start making connections and study a whole lot of different shit just to make sure that even a fifth grader could understand what I'm saying, right? And I put in that work. So after a while, because I was debating niggas, I'm debating niggas live. I'm doing all this shit because it's for me. It wasn't a game. It was a lifestyle and shit, right? So I'm really living this shit like every day. Hell yeah, that's my spirit. I was tapped in, right? Still is. But when that shit first hit, it's just like, nigga, in my mind, everybody should be on this wave. Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
And that's how when you first start off, it's like, how the fuck y'all niggas ain't on this? Like, y'all hell, like stupid. You don't know you're a fucking god and you can create your own reality. What the hell? You don't know. But it's like you have to understand too that like you go through your awakening and other people got to go through theirs by they got themselves.
And that's exactly what happened. I was like, you want to know what? And there's actually a Bible scripture that says it. It's like, to each their own. And when it happens, I was like, okay, yeah. So, but they overlooked that part too. So it's just like, okay, whatever. But
you're crazy.
So when I was debating niggas and shit, I was debating niggas just off of me thinking, just on some logical shit, like, you know what I mean? And then niggas was like, nigga, how are you talking about a certain thing and you don't even read the Bible? So niggas used to throw scriptures at me all the time when I'm sitting there like, and I'll read them. I'm not closed to anything, right? So I start reading them. I'm like, nigga, this is saying what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? But it's just saying something in a different way. So I was like, okay. So then when I started breaking down the scriptures, then people started understanding. They're like, oh, okay, I'll see what this shit is. Because now I'm the bridge, right? So now it's just like, and I'm able to teach. Because for me, if I would have got taught the Bible how I teach it, it would have, like, my mind, like earlier, I would have been, you know, where I'm at right now, but, you know, divine timing and shit, right? So, so then when people start to understand what I was saying, I was talking to certain people, then I'm like, nigga, it's not just me, watch this. And I'll call somebody else and they'll kick that shit. And I'll call somebody else, they'll kick it. And then that's when this whole cult leader, like, I'm niggas deem me a fucking cult leader. Like, you understand what I'm trying to say? And so when that shit happened, that was the only thing that they can say, because I got deemed a cult leader by people who couldn't beat me in debates. I got deemed a cult leader by people who don't really understand their Bible. Like, you understand what I'm trying to say? Or
You
understand it from a certain
call that
perspective.
shit by people who ain't even really ready to recognize their own self-truth and their own real self. That's all that is.
That's a fact. Hey, look, I don't even take that shit personal. I don't even
take it personal. That's their own journey. You figure it out when you figure it out. I'm not fucking here for you. I'm here for me. So
right. And that shit became I'm gonna say it like this. For the people who oppose what the type of energy that I'm on are just as important as the people who are with me. If not more important, so to speak, in this particular conversation, because I understand the balance. So if they didn't oppose what I was saying, then I wouldn't be as sharp as I am. Because me debating this shit and all this shit going on is just like, okay, you know, there are certain different levels and angles that I have to learn to make sure that I'm covering all bases. Like, you know what I mean? So just like I said, when I'm dealing with chakra work, I deal with astrology, I deal with numerology, I love math, I deal with math, I deal with science, I deal with all these different things. Like, you know what I mean? So when it comes down to certain levels and elements and things, it's just like, nigga, like what haven't I touched that you're going to tell me? Because sometimes in the Bible, people be like, well, you know, that numerology and shit, that's witchcraft, or that's demonic shit, or, you know, you dealing with, you know, the sign, astrology.
That shit no fucking witchcraft or demonic.
Man, look, hey, people is
y'all like to flip that shit on us so we don't know about the truth and get that magic. That's what that is.
It's hidden.
And you gonna turn me as witchcraft, so I don't want to go do it, and I want to learn.
And see, look, and something equally related to that is one of the hardest things is that people don't want to deal with the dark side of themselves, aka their shadow work, right? So they'll stay away from that dark shit. Our whole lives, we've been told black is bad. And I'm not meaning black as in black people. Well, that too, but
black as in the color black.
Exactly. Everything dark is bad, right? But but we all know that, you know, that when you come in, we came from darkness. You understand what I'm trying to say? Even in the womb,
we are
no
part of the darkness. We came from stardust.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? So people try for the people who, and I don't like to blame anybody, because if they tell you that it's bad and if you just take their word for it, you be like, yep, it's bad because he said it's bad. Well, nigga, that's your bad. You understand me? So me personally, I want to dive into every fucking element aspect there is. That's what we're here to do. You understand what I'm saying?
I've been doing so much shadow work lately, and I didn't even know I had so much work to do. Like, because nobody really teaches you or tells you like how to tap into your subconscious and think about the things that you think about yourself that are bad. And the things you try to hide, and you don't want to face that, but it's real. Like, I was reading something about shadow work, and the perfect example they gave me was like, you have a young girl who, as a child, she may have threw a tantrum, and her mom said, stop crying, stop yelling, stop doing that. You're a bad girl. So in your mind, you grow up thinking that expressing your anger or expressing your dis-ease, not disease, your dis-ease.
I fuck with that. You know I fuck with that.
Is a bad thing. And if you hold all that in, you disperse it in the wrong ways because you don't know how to manage it because you've never had to deal with it as an adult. It's a problem. And I definitely am one of those kids where it's like, well, what you crying for? You know, stop crying. Like I'm a person that feel emotions. I'm supposed to cry. But all my fucking life, I've been told not to cry. So, like now, when I cry, I feel bad. But then again, I go into myself and I'm like, you know what? I need to release this. That's why I'm crying. And crying don't mean that you're sad. Crying don't mean that anything bad is happening to you at that very moment. But crying is you releasing that emotion and that energy and letting that go from yourself so you can move forward within yourself.
Yeah, see, and a lot of things, and I'm glad that you said it like that, to let it go, right? Because the prefix EX means just to get out or means outside, right? So when we're having this experience, you know, to express yourself through all of these different things is to get it out, to let it out. Like, you know what I mean? To let it out so we could get past it and get on to the next thing. And even the word next got the EX in there, right? So when we're talking about letting these things, you know, go through us, like, you know what I mean? And just to have that, okay, well, how do I feel about this?
Right.
That's the main thing. Like,
feel
how do
it.
I feel?
A lot of people don't want to feel it.
Right.
Feel it.
Why do I feel like this? How, you know what I mean? Process it, do the whole processing. And this is where because, you know, we're three things at one time. We are the Trinity. As much as the Bible likes to say, you know, it's some God shit, whatever, we are the Trinity, right? Mind, body, and spirit, right? Mind, body, and spirit.
Definitely.
And going into the spirit self allows you to step back. The spirit is the observer, right? So when we talk about, man, something told me to do this, or, you know, that something is your spirit. It's because
spirit telling you.
Your spirit looking at you like this. Nigga, if
tap you on the shoulder like, hey, homeboy, don't go over there because I already know what's coming. So don't even fuck with it. And I think if a lot more people tapped into their spirituality, I think they would be a lot more better off. But you can't tell everybody anything. And I don't force it on nobody. But if I come across people who are open to listening and learning about it, because I'm still learning, but I still feel like my purpose on life is to open people up.
Oh, hell yeah.
To their true self, to their abundance that they have waiting for them when they get out of this shit and when they get out of that 3D matrix of thinking and you just live for you. And we live in a society that has trained us not to be like that.
That's because you're selfish. Quit being so selfish. I'm talking shit. Hey, but that's what people think. Like sometimes, like if you are doing something for yourself and not really, you know, just okay in a society synopsis, right? If I'm doing something that's going against the grain, I'm automatically outcasted regardless. Nigga, why are you on your own height?
Off top.
Ain't I supposed to be on my own height? Like what's
off top? And then that's when I always question, like when people question, like, is self-care like you being selfish? I don't feel like that's being selfish. That's me taking care of me. And that's me taking care of the things that are going to make me better. And the better I am for everybody around me that's around me.
That's a fact. So again, another one of those words, selfish, right? Selfish. The suffix ish is to be partially or like not the whole thing, right? So imagine you doing something for self, that means you're doing something fully for yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. To be selfish is to cheat yourself out of something that you want to do. Yeah, exactly. So the word selfish needs to be reconstructed.
It needs to be erased from the dictionary because it doesn't make any fucking sense. It's like
Now
like,
let me say this.
So I'm not supposed to be selfish. I'm supposed to be yourish. What the fuck?
Yeah, right. and on a let me say this, on a collective, right? As far as a collective on the big picture, understanding that we are all one, I would say, okay, if you're doing something just for self, I get it. But just like you just said, if you cannot do nothing for anybody else wholeheartedly unless you do it for yourself first. So nigga, so let me do this. So when I do something, I won't be selfish. Or I will be, you know what I mean?
Exactly. I can't fill another cup up when my cup is half empty.
Right.
So I might have to be selfish sometimes to fill my cup up so I can come pour some love to somebody else. And that's the way I see it.
Hey, the fucked up thing is that niggas will make you feel guilty if you need your you time. That's some fucked up shit. That's some that's some hater shit. I'd be like, hey, my nigga, I'm over here doing me right now. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's just like, but they know, and I'm not saying people personally in my circle, because I deal with a lot of different circles and shit, right? Let me say that. And I try to bring all my circles together. But there'll be sometimes to where, you know, people be like, hey, niggas ain't tapped in a minute. What's going on? But I understand that, like, niggas, sometimes niggas need their own space.
They breath, like, let it take some space. So.
But, you know, but when it comes down to, you know, bringing it back full circle to the misunderstanding of what people have is just like, you know, just going back, like, you know, with the cult leader shit, like I don't take that shit, like, you know, for nothing, like, you know what I mean? But it's just like there's a level of misunderstanding, and the only thing that they can do right now to say that I don't understand is to, just like we said earlier, to put a negative narrative on it, because right now they don't get it. They're like, oh, this nigga's a cult leader. I can imagine me talking the shit that I'm talking back in the day, and how niggas used to, or how females used to be called witches and shit. Like, hold on, what are they doing? Like, them motherfuckers is witches. Like, what?
Right.
So it's just like, you know, anybody that's outside and then already tapped into the source, right? So when we talk about even sorcerers, right? Even sorcery, right? They took out the U in the sorcery, and just follow me on that. They took out the U in sorcery, and it's just sorcery, and they made the shit, right? They made the shit seem like it was a bad thing. So when we put the U back in there, now we're talking about, okay, so nigga, in order for me to do what I gotta do, I'm gonna utilize my resources, right? So I'm about to go to whatever source it is to get the shit popping. So when we talk about sorcery, it's the same thing. I'm tapping into my motherfucking energy as me being the all, me being everything, nigga. It's only right for me to tap into the source and practice this sorcery. I am a sorcerer. I can tap into this shit. You understand me? So why is that bad?
I am a part of God. So why can't I make magic happen?
Right.
You're crazy.
And
like,
so
if I can't, and I don't think a lot of people understand how our society has devised us so far from ourselves and other people and God. And you might not even call it God all the time. I call it the source. I call it the spirit. I call it a whole bunch of stuff. It depends on what mood I'm in.
That's right.
But there's something bigger than me. And I'm still a part of that bigger thing. That's the thing. So your thoughts create reality, right? You create magic. And you can even create your own reality. You don't have to live in sorrow. You don't have to live in fucking sorrow all the fucking time. You know, you ain't got to be all the way down all the time. That's up to you.
Right.
And as long as you ask for what you want, Look, I make little fucking flashcards.
Oh shit.
And I put them up every day. This one says abundance, because that's what popped up when I shuffled today. And the other one says awareness. I don't know if you can see it.
I know, I can see it.
But yeah, I put those things up here to remind me. Don't get caught up in this other extra shit of people who think that you don't have more power in your life. You have a lot of more power in your life.
Man, look, that's it's so like just this experience, you know, after I got past my everybody should know this phase, because I had to sit back and I had to remember to where I wasn't here. I'm like, oh shit, well, you got to quit going so hard, right? So then, just to see, you know, the like, it's like for me right now, it's just like, you know, and that's why I say teacher, because, you know, a lot of the times I just kick back and I listen a lot and I listen to people's stories and I listen to where people are at, or they may ask me some questions. I get, trust me, when I say, I get like a lot of people who tap in, like, you know what I mean? Some people I know, some people I don't. Niggas just be tapping in. You know what I mean? Like the conversation be crazy. Like it's wild. But it's just, it's the beauty to see them going through that transition, right? Because just the question, just the overall human mind, you know, working, and then having them, you know, like tapping into that spirit, because you see that little spark of light, and then you be sitting there waiting and shit, you be like waiting to see what they gonna say.
Waiting for it. Like, okay,
like, you know what I mean?
It.
Yeah. So just to see that it's a beautiful thing. So, you know, I never fought anybody for their position, and I don't even care. Like, there's a lot of people that I debate, even though we're not on the same frequency in terms of me not fucking with no religious beliefs anymore. I still build with Christians. I still build with Hebrew Israelites. I still build with Muslims. I still build with all these type of different people. So when I say debate, that's only when they want to try to come to me as if they got some new information that I've never heard before. You understand what I'm trying to say? So it's like, okay. And usually when that happens, they'll try to come to me as, you know, they hit me. You know what I mean? So it's just like when I started recognizing that, I'm like, oh, you're not coming at me to debate me. You're coming at me to see my perspective on things. You come also, I'm like, oh, okay. So then I had to change my energy on how I debate, and I just call them bills. Like, you know what I mean? But if a nigga say he wants to debate, it's gonna be, you better pack 3 lunches, because I do this shit. Like, it's a lifestyle to me. I don't play with this shit. But
and you know what? I think what it comes down to is like, it doesn't even matter how many books you've read, how many classes you took, none of that shit. Because once you start tapping into your real self, you get to access information that you don't even know how you know.
Say that for the people that's in the back.
You tap into some shit that your mama didn't even know. You're like, what the hell? How did I get this information? But I think it's a lot for people who are not who have not awakened to understand that we have access to everything that we need to be everything that we want to be.
Ooh, that's a fact. And see, I love how you put that. And that goes back to me saying that if we want to be, we are sorcerers. We are the source. So
make it.
And there's a lot of times to where like me and my partner who sang the hook on The Black is Beautiful, me and this nigga, man, and he a Leo too. Me and this nigga, and me and Leo's get along so well that when we tap in and we finna go do some shit, it's a fucking rap.
It's about to ride out.
It's
ride out.
So, but you know, we was, and that's the young life and shit too. I love, you know, fucking with the young life, see how he is. But, you know, when dealing with him, we used to go around, you know, debate niggas, whooping niggas ass, like all type of shit, right? Even niggas that say that they're in this type of energy that, you know, that's just there for, because, you know, this type of energy you know, you have the power to manipulate and make shit go a certain way if you want to, right? And so we see that type of shit.
Some people use it the wrong way.
Yeah, we see it all the time, and we call that shit out. So we don't give a fuck who you is. Like, you know what I mean? If you misrepresenting this shit, then it's a problem. We whacking your ass too. So you ain't safe, my nigga. Like, you know what I mean? But me and him always say that, you know, when it comes down to, I don't give a fuck what book you read. We off the hip. Just like I said when I first came on, like we could freestyle all day because I'm tapped in. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't really need too many different sources. But if somebody gives me something, like for instance, just like I said, like I understood the Bible because I already went through it. Like, you know what I mean? So now I get it. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't need it, but I get it. So if you give me a scripture, it's just more firepower for me to blaze shit up. Because it's just like, nigga, watch what I say compared to what this say. And I bet you it's saying the same thing. So I don't need to read anything.
Everything's already within me. It's already in me.
Exactly.
It's already in me and I already know it. And man, I be feeling really, really, really weird because I be trying to hold my powers back and shit. And I'm like, you don't even fucking know, bro. I fucking hold myself right now with some knowledge, but I'm just gonna hold my powers back.
That's and we have the option to do that. That's absolutely lit. Let me take this time to plug in my other book that I'm doing right now. After my children's book, I got a book on this type of energy called the MI versus the I am and shit, right? Ooh. So and it's all about confirmation, right? Mm-hmm. So it's basically dealing with the transition, the transformation from coming from the MI, like what's going on in life.
Am I where I'm supposed to be at? Am I where I'm supposed to be doing?
Exactly. So basically, like more, like who am I? Like, because that's what it comes to. Who am I? But I just cut it off to just the am I, right? Because you're still in question of a lot of shit. So versus the I am. So when that I am is a stamp. The I am is the nigga. Yep.
I am.
This is it. Like, you know what I mean? And we're always.
I am about to do this shit. I am motherfucking queen. Yeah.
Exactly. And still, because I know that you mentioned this earlier, and just like I said earlier as well, I'm a student forever. Like, you know what I mean? So
always.
So that MI factor will always be there. It would always be there. And I would never want to take that away. So that's why I wanted to incorporate that part of that title into that. Like, so people know. And we're talking about the balance. We're talking about the yin and yang. We're talking about the dark and light. We're talking about
you have to have the dark without the light. You can't have either one.
Definitely. So with this book, like, it's just going to be, I'm going to break down a lot of shit. I'm going to break down so much shit.
Okay, again, well, let me just go ahead and pre-order my copy right now. How much you going to charge it?
Yeah, it is. And shout out to everybody who, who I talk to and build with. Just like I said, I got so many different squads of people. And the more that we talk, I call it because I say that that energy is the highest form of currency and shit, right? Mm-hmm. And so we give each other energy all the time. So I was just like, that's money, my nigga. Like, you know what I mean? So
money is energy.
Yeah, we give each other money. So so even if somebody's coming, just again, like I said earlier, if somebody's opposing what I'm saying, you still give me money because you're still on the MI factor, right? So it's just like, okay, now I can take that energy and still make that shit saucy because you got, it's giving me power. So and it's somewhat similar to how, and I know I'm veering off real quick, but it's similar to how the Black Panther suit was made and shit, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like how it observes everything that's coming at it to hurt it, and it converts the energy on some alchemy type shit to kick out some dope shit. Like, you know what I mean? So I want all the smoke. When I tell niggas I want all the smoke, that's exactly why. Like, you know what I mean? But but when it comes down to when it comes down to the book and shit, it's just like, I'm gonna tie in a lot of the shit that I study, a lot of the shit that I want to break down, a lot of the shit to where, you know, if you're on that, you know, if you're riding the fence type shit, like, you know what I mean? It's just like, nigga, everything that you're feeling, embrace all that shit. And this is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? So I know it's probably, I'm gonna try to write it to where a fifth grader can understand it. Like, you know what I mean? So it's gonna take a little bit of time for me to do it, but I study a lot of things. So I'm gonna incorporate a lot of the shit that I study just to help paint my picture. Like, you know what I mean? But
and don't dumb it down that much until to the point where you gotta leave some shit out. Don't do that.
Nah, see,
I'll teach niggas how to read. So
yeah, no, that would be me being selfish because I wouldn't want to dumb my shit down because it would take away the purpose of what I'm trying to do. Like, you know what I mean? So but it's so that be looking, I want to say I want to say 2023 around there because I want to take my time to do it.
I mean, if I don't talk to you before then we really ain't real friends. So yeah,
I'm just saying for the people who's watching.
Okay. I'm just asking. Like, is this about to disappear or what? 2021.
No, yeah, the MI versus the I am. That's gonna be my other book outside of my children's book and shit. So, and damn, can I plug some other shit? Can I use this time to plug some shit? Because I might forget about other shit.
Plug what you want to plug, man. Plug what you want to plug.
All right.
How much should you got to plug? Because you know. You got a children's book, an adult book, an unadulterated book, all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. You should be putting out as much shit as you can.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hey, I be trying to work.
We are creators. If we ain't out here creating, what the fuck are we doing?
That's a fact. Oh, before I even get, so let me get into, you be giving me like dope ass segues and shit, right? The energy is nice right now. So let me say this to that real quick before I go into anything. So going back to the MI versus the I am and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as me personally, that I tapped into the I am, and this is where I don't know if you saw me hashtag up gang and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the up gang is just saying that, okay, now that I recognize that I am who I am, you know what I mean? Everything is going to be elevated. Everything
it has
is going
to be.
You know what I mean?
You can't go back after you get where you. Okay.
Exactly.
I don't know how to explain it any better. That's
No. You are absolutely fine.
That's a different show. You can't go back. I wanted to try. I tried. It didn't work.
Look. I think I tried to try.
I tried to try, but it just didn't work.
That's my spirit was like, nigga, you out your motherfucking mind.
You don't go sit your ass down somewhere and just do what we told you to do. Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
You can't. It's not that process is irreversible.
Fuck. You just feel uncomfortable. It's not good. Like, yeah. I was like, I was just not gonna do that no more. I'm sorry.
There's no refunds on that shit.
No, you can't get that experience back. But that's the worst experience ever is when you try to go try. Shit.
When you do, your spirit gonna fuck you up. Like, nigga, you sure? Like, all right, nigga.
You didn't hear what I told you yesterday?
Right. But no,
I did, but I'm hard headed.
So the up gang idea, you know, is just and I've been. You want to know what? It's crazy because a lot of different people from different walks of life, I see them, you know, hashtagging that shit with me. Not to say, let me say this before I go into that. I've seen other people hashtag up gang and shit, right? But I think the way that they're using it, because you know, niggas, you know, on the street level, niggas be like, well, I'm upping on niggas, like, you know what I mean, talking about pulling out a banger and shit. So that up gang, you know, I get. So so when people say that, you know, I'm I don't want to say I'm changing that the narrative on that, but mine's is a little bit different, right? So
a little bit different. Just a little bit different.
Yeah, so because I know that I already know it's a hashtag, but when I started hashtagging, I looked it up and I'm like, oh, the hashtag is already out there. But my thing is just like, as soon as you recognize who you are, aka the I am, when you get that, everything is going to blow up. Like, you know what I mean? From spiritual to mental to health to, everything. So it's just like, even me personally, I took a fucking I was a vegetarian. Let me just say that because I was going to say took a break, but I was a vegetarian for 2.5 years, right? And I'm talking about straight vegetarian. I'm not talking about no cheat days and none of that shit. Straight vegetarian and shit, right? And just like right now, just like I said,
I said big ups to you because I used to always have a cheat day.
Hey, it's not. Hey, look, let me say this. It's not because before I even got onto this hype, I stopped smoking cigarettes. I used to smoke cigarettes and shit all the time. I stopped. It's been like 10 years since I smoked a cigarette, cold turkey. And even before that, I practiced abstinence and shit. So I've always put myself in that type of, let me test myself type of nigga. Let me cut it off. Let me, you know what I mean? So right now, I'm no more hard liquor. Just like you've been seeing me drink this twisted tea, and this shit.
I didn't know what that was. Shit, you didn't have to tell nobody. See, you put yourself on blast.
Yeah, but nah, it's just like usually, because I'm out in Vegas, like you know what I mean. So I got access to. I got access to hard liquor. Yeah. But
Lord have mercy.
But it's just like everything is up. Everything is like, as soon as you tap in, it's just like, nigga, you can do what the fuck you want to do. Like everything. So for me, even before this, but now, especially after this, the creation process, right? And this is a heavy part. Damn, do I want to get this away right now? Should I wait?
I mean, don't let us push you to do nothing you don't want to do.
No. Because I was just gonna say, like, the creation process, and just by creation, because I even took away the word creation, the understanding of, what it means in my vocabulary, and this is why we use the word manifest, right? As people in the spirit realms. And why manifestation is different from creation is because
it's way different.
Yeah, everything is already there, right? So technically, nothing can be created. Everything is already there, right? But to manifest it is to bring it into a level of reality. Exactly. I'll see. We vibing right now. I ain't even gotta say a lot of shit. But so when it comes down to that element, it's just like, okay, now that we come to a certain understanding, what are you gonna do with it? Well, nigga, let's bring it from outside of my mind into
make it reality.
Man, look, and that's the most beautiful thing ever. So now, for me, creating, quote unquote, or manifesting, it's just like it's gonna go up, like, you know what I mean? So just like I said, I got some projects coming and shit.
And you know what? You did say at the beginning of the show you're gonna talk a lot.
I told you I was gonna talk a lot. Look, hey, y'all, you guys, look. Let me say this. Okay. And I don't know if it's just you and Ro, but
it's you guys, me and Ro. It's just me and Ro.
You guys, this is my first, let's just say, interview on somebody else's shit, right? Let me say that. I've had one, but not on this level.
Like, this wasn't even an interview. We was having a conversation.
Well, yeah, same difference. Like, you know what I mean? But, to the people that don't know me, like, they're getting an interview on me, right? Right. So, so when it's just, when I create now, man, it's on some whole different type of vibe. And I appreciate you guys for even having this platform, because you guys, like, especially when I start creating this shit, when y'all see this shit coming, you'll be like, hey, y'all know we're
not creating right? Shit. We manifesting shit.
Manifesting. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not sorry for shit. I apologize.
You was the one that said that shit. What the hell?
But I'm still putting that into my reality.
Growing. We all still are growing. And you know what? I'm sure there are some people who will be watching this and they haven't had like a spiritual awakening or anything like that. But
Definitely.
I do feel like they can watch this and kind of get a little bit more information about what it is people they know are going through and how help them understand it a little bit better. Because I mean, if you don't know better, you ain't gonna do better.
That's a fact.
That's the name of the show.
Man, that's right. And it's just to speak to that real quick. For anybody that watches your show that may be still in a biblical sense, like I said, I have to touch different avenues to teach it in a way to where people, I got to meet people where they're at, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you are still in the Bible and you want to understand where you're coming from or what you're feeling at this point in time, you may be questioning shit. There's in the Bible, there's a certain part, I believe it's Luke. I think it's Luke 31, and it's like 5 through 19 and shit, right? Allow me to take the people to church, if you will. But
look, I'm looking in my Bible right now. Like,
you got it. Oh, okay. So watch this. So it's called the destruction of the temple and the sign of end times and shit, right?
I have that bookmark.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So watch this. And I'm telling you, I don't even got a Bible. People be sending me this shit, right? And so when my partner sent me this shit, because I used to debate this nigga all the time. And so he sent me this shit because I was like, nigga, I'm on this I am energy. And so a part of there's one of the fucking the lines in there that says, watch out for those who says that they come in my name, or that says that I am, or all the other shit. But when he sent that, what he failed to realize is that I'm not saying that I'm anybody's savior. I don't believe in a savior. You understand what I'm trying to say? So when I teach my shit, when I say I am, it's just so you can say that you are also I am. Like, you know what I mean? I cannot
we are
anything. We are. So exactly. So when you see my hashtags now, because I know people don't get the I am, I say we are the I am. And like you'll see me, if you go to my Facebook right now, just type in "we are the I am," or even just Facebook alone, and you'll see.
Okay, so if I saw your hashtag, would you be mad? Because I put I am on my hashtags all the time, and I'm just like, it's not just me. It's it's more than me. We all the same people. We all came from the same source. We all are collective. And But I want to say this before we go, because we have gone over time a little bit, but
oh shit, my bad.
No. This is the thing with our podcast. When we have good conversation and we have a good discussion, I don't think anybody's tripping about going over time.
Definitely.
So we need to get the message out. So as long as we get that message out, I don't care what time it is.
That's right.
But I will say this. A lot more people need to tap in on who they are spiritually. And I know the word spiritual scares motherfuckers because they think that us spiritual people are crazy, but it really ain't. You spiritual on your going to get your weed every day. That's spiritual too. It's just a different kind of spiritual.
And see, let me say this to that real quick. Even if you take out the STI, it's a ritual, right?
It's a ritual. Whatever you do ritually.
Exactly. Right. So, so it's just something that, the experience is so dope, man. And the shit seems scary to people who haven't really just got that opportunity. Let me say this. Because I know you're finna go, but let me say
haven't got that opportunity yet.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean they're not. I'm not gonna say everybody gonna get it though. Everybody can't come. I know that.
No, they're not meant to. They're not meant to, and that's why
everybody's not meant to come.
I love it because it's the people who don't will always test the niggas who is there. So we still have a relationship. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm cool. I'm good. Like anybody want to, nigga, you wrong. Thank you. I
Right.
appreciate
Thank
that.
you. Right on. See you tomorrow.
Right. So but I was just gonna say, like, you know, some of the times, you know, our elders, people who, you know, who we trust with our lives, people who have gave us food, who have gave us clothes, who have gave us shelter, has also passed down the level of religious beliefs to us. So we hold that near and dear because we hold them near and dear. So sometimes we feel like we're going against them, and it's selfish for us to, you know, go against them. But sometimes we got to do it. And let me say this: when I started on my shit, my grandma was still alive and shit, right?
Oh, I know you call hell.
Man, no. Let me say this. I asked my grandma a question because I used to ask my grandma questions when I was a kid and shit. So I asked her a question about the book, and she tried to rock me to sleep with the same answer that she gave me when I was a kid. And I said, "Hey, grandma," I said, "You want to know what?
Ain't gonna work this
like
time."
That, yeah. Like when I was a kid, that shit sounded peaches. I'm like, "Hey, but that ain't the wave right now. Like, what's going on?" And so, what she did was she sent, because I was raised Jehovah's Witness and shit. So she was like, "Well, just go to, you know, jw.org and, you know, you'll find your answer." I'm like, "Nigga, I am not doing that, grandma. But thank you for everything." And when because that let me know that she didn't know. You understand what I'm saying? So then that's another reason why I'm so, you know, adamant about kicking this shit, because it's just like, you know, you know, everybody has their experience that they're gonna go through, but
generational curses.
Yeah. So it's just like
passed on.
Yeah, so it's just like, you know, when she said, I was just like, okay, yeah, it's that time, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Because she taught my mom and aunties and everybody else. She was kind of like the top tier, like, you know what I mean? So after, and I don't know what it is on your side, so I'm gonna ask you after I say what I'm about to say, but I'm one of the first niggas to kick this shit off in my family. Like, you know what I mean? In terms of being...
I am the first nigga to kick this shit off in my family.
Okay, there we go.
And they all think I'm crazy, and they like, "Oh, yeah, whatever you say." And I'm just like, okay, I've been trying to tell y'all niggas about this shit, but you don't listen. But I'm not about to be the one to keep doing what y'all do. That's what's not gonna happen. I know better. So I'm not about to keep on doing not better. I'm about to keep doing better. So they think I'm weird. I've always been the weird one though, because I think I was always, like you said earlier, I was always on my path.
Always like this. Always.
And I never understood what it was, and I was fighting it, and you give it the resistance because you want to fit in with everybody. I never fucking fit in with everybody. That's why I got multiple groups of friends. But it depends on what mood I'm in. Okay, I'm gonna kick the today.
That's a
and
fact.
It's not no selfish or self-centeredness shit. It's just like I'm a fucking social nomad, and that's cool.
Ooh, that was a bar right there. Social nomad.
Don't you be making those songs on my shit.
Hey, I'll be like, hey, I sold this shit for Treka.
I'm a social nomad.
But just going back, you know, full circle, what we're talking about right now. If you look and read that Luke, what I say, Luke 31, whatever it is.
You said Luke 32, but there ain't no Luke 32. But I know what Luke.
No, 31.
Mm-hmm.
The destruction of the temple and the sign of end times. What we're talking about right now, like in the immediate right now, in terms of people not getting it, family members not fucking with you, it says all of this shit is going to happen. It says it.
No. I've gotten warnings. I've gotten messages, not just through the book. I've got messages in dreams and all kinds of shit. That everybody might turn against you, or everybody might question you, but you have to stay on your path. And that's what's preventing me from being on my path in the beginning, is me worried about what everybody else would say.
Look, let me say this. If you're looking at that scripture right now, I think on 19 it says, but don't you worry about shit because I will give you words that won't nobody be able to contest. It says it. And let me tell you, when I have my debates, niggas could, and I hate to say, and I'm, I'm not in my ego, none of that shit, but I come from a place of love and understanding. Niggas cannot fuck with me when it comes to what I'm talking about. They can say that, oh yeah, nigga, I wouldn't know, nigga. No. It's not popping because I'm tapped in with self.
Even gangsters go to church.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You understand me? So, and this is for the people, I know me and you be talking shit, but this is for the people, who, again, who may be reading the Bible or, just trying to make the transition from, the religious aspect to the spiritual aspect. It's the same thing. But just have a look at this.
You have to have an open mind.
Exactly. Have a look at that particular scripture and then see what it says. And then, just break it down line for line. And you'll be like, damn, nigga, this is what I'm going through trying to leave this shit. Like, you know what I mean? So I just want to say that. It's lit.
Okay. So if you wanted anybody who's watching the show right now to reach you, how would they be able to reach you?
Fuck all them niggas. They better tap in with self. That's how you reach me. You tap in with yourself. I'm joking.
Hit you on a higher level. Okay.
Hit me in the Astro, nigga. I don't got a www dot for the Astro.
I be
hey,
flying in my dreams and all kinds of shit. It's weird. But yeah, that's a whole nother show. Roselle, what's your handle?
Hold on, wait. Let me plug my shit though. But just on Facebook, what is my shit on Facebook? You can just type in Lajuan, Lajuan, Woon, Woon. My shit should pop up. As far as what else I got, I think I got IG. I do more of my film shit. So that's under Mr. Woon 916. My YouTube channel, I got 2 YouTubes. I got one music and I got one film. So Vibe 9 Films. I be forgetting to plug shit. So
why have you been talking about Vibe 9 this whole time?
Right. So Vibe 9 Films is my movie shit. Like, you know what I mean? Or scripts or skits, short films.
Your short films.
Voiceovers, all that shit, Vibe 9 Films. So that's VIB, the number 9, FILMZ. That's on YouTube, and then I think just Woon 916 is my music shit for YouTube and shit too. So I be forgetting it. Look, I be so much into the spirit shit that sometimes I don't even give a fuck about the fucking.
I don't be paying attention to my social media shit. I'm like, God damn, I got a fucking whole ass podcast. I don't even be promoting, but yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, tap in because I with my films, like I do a lot of different types of films, so I don't just stick to one genre. There's some shit that I got out that's hella serious. There's some shit that I got out that's hella silly, and I can be the silliest of the silliest. So so when you go to my film page, like, you know what I mean, like you'll get an opportunity to see me in my element, but outside of my element, if that makes sense.
Right. It makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, I think I plugged on my shit.
Still here? I haven't heard Roselle's voice in a long time. Roselle.
Yep, I'm here.
Was you taking a nap?
No, you would know if I took a nap. We wouldn't be on here if I took a nap.
So how can the people reach you if they want to get to you, Roselle?
It will be Roz 20,000 on Roz 20,000 on Instagram and Roselle Joyner on Facebook.
And he's a real DJ, so weddings, bar mitzvahs, birthday parties, shit like that. I don't know.
Hey, bro, are you in Dago too?
No, I'm over here in Vallejo.
Oh, okay, because I heard you say
Vallejo, Bay Area
earlier. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, so I'm
he close to you, so y'all should probably link up and make it
Hey,
happen.
you already know. I like the
I
network,
already
so
seen
it's
it in your
Gucci.
eyes, even though you got some sunglasses on, nigga. You ain't
Oh,
scared
my
of
bad.
nobody.
My bad. Hey, look, I'll be
Look,
chilling.
don't take them off now. It's been 2 hours. Okay.
Oh, my bad. Let me put them back on.
Anyway, you can reach me at I'm on Facebook, TLWTEEL.DUB. You can also catch me on Instagram. I only got one account right now because I'm in jail on the other one. I stay in jail on somebody's shit, but
Man,
no.do.be.better. That's where you can find me right now. Follow it, like, share, and comment on the video if you feel the need. I appreciate everybody that came through. We'll have you back. I'm sure you're gonna have a lot more shit when you come back for us.
That's what I'm gonna say. It's good.
I'm sure you're gonna have a lot more shit, but we definitely appreciate your presence. JA, he checked out early. I knew he was gonna do that. That was fine. Love, love, love. Just for showing up and showing through. And I appreciate y'all music and your creatives. Your video was dope as hell. So we'll be back.
Hey, can we do this? Can we do this on the outro? Can I have you guys do my voiceover shit? Because I'm really trying to promote that. Because I got a cartoon that I'm gonna do. So can I have you guys plug that real quick?
Did you send that to me?
Hell yeah, I sent it. This is Gucci.
Okay, let me check.
It's I think it's like the second or third thing that I sent. But I got a cartoon that I'm gonna do, so I just want people to know that I do voiceovers and shit too.
And can I tell you something? I want to do voiceover. So
do you?
I do. I think I have a voiceover voice. I don't know. I don't got it.
Hey, you know me. If you tell me that you want to do something, I'm in that avenue. Hey, girl, what's popping? I need your voice on this shit real quick. And it's
I didn't get it. I didn't get it. So maybe next time you bring it to us. Or
hell no. Hey, I asked you, woman. God damn. No, I'm playing with you. It's good.
Okay. Well, I checked and I don't see it. So
no, it's good. Just like you said, I'm listening to you. It's gonna be on the next one. It's Gucci.
It'll be on our next one, whether you hear or not. Just send me it. You know what email to send it to.
I'm gonna send you it.
Make sure that it's on the next show for sure.
All right, because if not, I'm gonna hit you with that Coco song. Don't forget about me.
Oh my God, no, you're not. Okay. Everybody that's tuning in, thank you so much. We're gonna wrap it up.
All right, y'all. Enjoy y'all night though.
You too, Woom. Thank you.
Thanks again, Woom.
All right.